Oh, I'm a little bit late. A whopping 1 minute. Disgusting, I know. Oh, I'm overheating, man. I may look sweaty AF. Okay. By the way, hello, stream. Well, it's not really our hi yet. I want to have a good intro, even though a little synthetic, because yes, we're technically here and we've talked and we're starting. But I want to show you guys the ground I made in the new world space. Let me down my whole ass coffee because it's going to sit here and I got to go to sleep tonight at some point. So it's already 5. So we got to drink, finish it. Although I do have another coffee here. So, yeah. Doesn't make the most sense. Anyway. It does not taste good. Also, I like the background music, man. It is clean. It just sounds peaceful, serene. All that. Let's do that. Let's zoom in. Zoom in more. A little bit to the left. A little bit down. Up we go. And then boom. Clean. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? I am still very sick. And what shit timing that an update of this cool proportions came out. And I'm still sweaty, gross, can't think properly. But I still managed to grind. Although the video that's like, hey guys, here's what's new, might be me kind of like, hi. So, there are things that are happening. And it's that slow. It's not good. I gotta edit it also. But yes, I feel... Oh, I didn't put that up. That's why I was wondering why the lighting looks super bright. Give me a sec. Also, I hate to make this all about me. Me. Well, I'm sick. We'll cry about it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of things to do this stream. We have, hopefully, some void raids if y'all are up for it. Also, what's good, Long Syndicate? What's good, Lou? And what is good, Bolty? Bolty coming in here saying the big questions. Although, Bolty, I don't know if any of our SS or our CSs are high enough for the base. For a good bit of the people who we currently play with. Because, yes, CS is a RNG, but also, it's also optimability. If you're able to keep it, like, everything on cooldown, you can make pretty good ground. But I did buy the season pass, by the way. So your boy got a bunch of neat little things that we might spend at some point. But I want to quickly let you guys... Well, here's the thing, man. I don't want to, like, tread old ground where there's a video... I'm sure you already know about it. But I wanted to talk at you guys about it. This update is brilliant. Now, you might be like, Grin, we're not even into it. How can you possibly say it's brilliant? Well, first of all, it is different. I wonder if they are going to add, or for right now, the update is very much stacked in the way of the artificial island being like a gateway to power if you're willing to do the due diligence and the first kind of couple hour grind or 10 minutes every day kind of grind to get it moving, to get its momentum cooking. But if you are able to build that infrastructure, then you are going to seemingly start to coast. I'm not sure if anyone's gotten in and seen what the update really held. But today you can basically get all of your things to tier 4, their construction base, which is basically a level cap of all your buildings, the construction zone, that thing up there. That I think you can get to level 4. I have it at level 4. Everything else you can get to level 3. Now, what is the huge gain to this update? It's this. To me, it seems like a clean-cut, straightforward gateway to power. First of all, the shop. This is the one thing I wanted to ask you guys about this. How do you guys feel about spending your materials on the shop with a weekly limit of resources Or are you more in the camp of saying, instead of me spending my resources in the shop, getting the weekly currency, I'm going to instead invest it in my infrastructure, and that way I can generate more? Perhaps the best idea is to wait till the end of the week, the last day it's about to tick over, and then just say, I'll buy whatever I have there with the little bit that I've been aggregating maybe. It's rough. But needless to say, there's tons of good stuff. One of the things that I seen which blew me away was on the supply, the food rations, you can buy 5 of these a week. These are the SSR, like Colossus arm things. You can buy 5 of these a week. That's a little pricey. It's a little pricey. At least, especially right now where we're not generating any material from our other sources. But even still, that's pretty good. You can buy 5 of these. That's pretty huge. You can buy a chip voucher. This one's, it's something. Point is this is already cool. Like the fact that we have another monthly, weekly resetting thing is fantastic. And the fact that it's infrastructure building off of, like if you invest now, your future self's gonna be like just having a great time. I love that. It feels satisfying, at least to me. But this to me is like right now we're all stuck in this hell loop, especially people who are low spenders, or people who just don't have so much disposable time, it seems like. We're all in this place where we're trying to like salvage CS essentially. And some people are way ahead of each other, other people are not, because it's kind of dependent on if you get weapon dupes, if you keep everything on cooldown, and a little bit of RNG in between. So that's kind of the weirdness there. Now there are things you can do to be optimal, and of course, again, that's why I say there's like a time element, like how much do you care to be like cutting edge, you know what I mean? But needless to say, there's this feeling of meaninglessness within attaining CS. Like you got your resin, and you got some world exploration, you got your wishing, but it's all RNG on RNG. Now, unfortunately, there's still RNG, but this to me is actually pretty fun RNG. So this is called weapon crafting. It's something they've added, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. The idea that you're basically going to be aggregating a ton of resources eventually when you level up all of your like side generators, essentially material generators, up to 10 or 20 or however high they go, you're gonna be getting a ton of those materials back every hour, and every day. And then every single morning, when you eventually have infrastructure built up, every single morning you're gonna be able to jump in here and roll to either attain, I'm blocking it, to either attain a little upgrade for your weapon. That's pretty good. This is even better because it's better upgrade material for your weapon, but you're at least going to get one of these, which is nice. Or you can get a full-blown matricy. Also, by the by, definitely try to go with the one for Crow. Crow is just like the most generally good matricy, it seems like. At least that's my perception of everything that I've seen. Where is it? It's here. I'm not blind. Maybe I am. That's you. That's King. That's that person. Where's Crow? He was here. That's Samir. She also has a great matricy. But anyways, this also allows you to snipe a specific matricy. Whereas in the joint operations, you're ping between 2, which is kind of like a fucky, yeah, there we go, Crow, which is awesome. And you might even want to specialize in like these materials that he's asking for in order to do that. But that sounds awesome and extraordinarily addictive to me. Like the idea that like, we're not having to like, because eventually you are going to run around the overworld, you're going to explore everything to death. You're going to have nothing left. So then what's the reason for you to log in again? Well, there's a reason right here. You could potentially always be getting material to level up your matrices, which is great. But you're also going to be getting actual matrices. If this could be the cherry on top for this, is if you could get armor for this, because armor is the true end game aspect of the game. Matrices can only really spawn with like basically its substats. It has no random, I believe at least, I don't think it has any random scaling stats to it, not to the extent that armor does. But maybe that's why it's not here, is because armor is like a resin grind. And keeps you doing joint operations, and maybe if they did add armor here, it would just cannibalize joint operations, and it'd become extremely hard to find a game because there's no reason to really do joint operations per thing. They kind of want to make sure there's incentive for people to play those so that people can get games, and people who want to get, just play a different activity, not get burnt out, have people to play with. So I guess that makes sense. But it'd be cool also to see in the future that they add some armor, especially if there's like a next tier of armor, like a much better legendary tier of armor with like a stat in it that makes it cutting edge, and then they add that one here just to kind of give some spice to this would be even better. But yeah, the idea that I could log in every day and like spend some points on here and just keep running that shit sounds so fun. And also the fact that it's kind of like a toss-up between, do you aim at the RNG aspect of getting a matricy for this, or do you go over here and just buy the tried and tested things? Hopefully when we build our house up to the maximum point, we're kind of cooking. We don't really need to choose. But yeah, I will say I was hoping for more. I mean, I don't know. I would like it if there was. Seemingly there's a lot of tiers, but it's kind of simple, and I think it's because it's supposed to be simple. This game is not meant to be trying to be extra complex, but like the idea that you literally just go up to this, you pick up your resources, and you also say like, click, upgrade, it's upgraded, and it's done. You're kind of like, okay. But by the way, one of the things that's incredibly important, I'll put it in the video, essentially, you've probably seen it as well at this point, but there's essentially a farming route of materials. Basically, there's tons of materials, everything drops materials in this place. I think it's brilliant. Like running around fighting enemies has a point, especially right now. Like it's funny because I was never really had any incentive to like run around and fight enemies. I like boar, you know, I'm like, oh, it's a boar over there. Whatever, you know, but now it's like, no, I'm killing everything. You're purging this entire acreage, essentially, just for materials. But it would be cool if they had some sugar on top and you could actually get some like meat and stuff when you're killing enemies, because it's very strictly like, you killed an enemy, here's some paint, here's some medals, okay? But nevertheless, it's still cool. But how much stuff have you guys done? Basically, how far are you? I'm wondering if I didn't go to the absolute brink yet, but I did. I think I killed everything in this area. In fact, I was kind of sorry because I'm not sure how much stuff we're gonna have to actually do in this stream, because we can still explore Artificial Island. But yeah, I've already I spent the first 3 hours because I'm sick and I'm kind of just sitting there like a little baby while I'm playing a video game. But yeah, I grinded and I killed every living creature on this game dead. And in fact, does anybody know when, what is it called? Does anybody know when this resets? When animals specifically reset. I also am curious about how when the bosses reset, but does anybody know when the animals reset? Is it just on a 24-hour cycle? I hope it's at the top of every day. I hope it's not like whenever you kill them, the clock spins around and at that exact time they respawn. That's kind of a pain in the ass because then you gotta remember when you did it. I hope it's just like every morning, it's back. They're back. Anyways, let me catch up on chat. Sorry for being so selfish. I just had a lot to say about this because I think it's brilliant. Also, I just downed my whole ass coffee, which gave me a little bit of a boost. And yeah. Loads of it says, how are you, Grin? How was your day? My day always starts off good, and then I have this like illusion of like, oh, I'm getting better. I'm not sick anymore. I want to make videos. I want to like make something creative for you guys and like to actually support the game and give you something I want or you could want, etc. or interested in. But then I go to do it, and I'm just like, I immediately feel the ceiling of like, I'm okay, but as soon as I try like performing and like talking and creating thoughts that are like kind of connected, and then to make something that you guys also would find interesting and fun, and what others might as well, that's a skill ceiling, baby, which is higher than normal. So the minute I'm like, all right, time to make a video about Tower Fantasy and everything it's new, I'm like, ooh. I'm like, oh, I'm not better. I'm not better at all. Oh, I'm starting to overheat. Oh, I'm starting to get sweaty. Oh, I'm getting a little dizzy actually. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet necessarily. Oof. But no, other than that, my day is pretty good. I'm getting better, although I'm such a person I hate feeling like wasting time. Like I'm already a person that feels like I've wasted enough time, you know? So like I feel like I need to get my ass moving to make ground. But then you also just kind of shoot yourself in the foot because you need time to recover. You need time to like collect yourself and make sure you're aiming at what you should be aiming at, and that you're not just kind of aimlessly running in one direction, because that actually might be completely in the not right direction. And then you're setting yourself back. So it's complicated. But other than that, better. Better. Sorry. How about you, Lonska? How was your day? How was your work? How was your job? Was it easy going? Was it a little bit bullshitty today? Let me hear about it. Boti says, yo, what's good, Boti? Also, what's good, Lou? I said hi a little bit, but always love to have you. Lone Ticket says, speaking of CS, I got to 22. Me too. Me and you are like, actually not 20. I'm not 22 yet. I'm not at 22 yet, but I am at 20. I'm at 21. But I'm starting to feel out my legendary thing. I was surprised, man. The jump between, where there's a challenge, joint operation, this. The jump between 40, which is this, difficulty 4, I'm blocking it. Difficulty 4 to difficulty 5 was astronomical. Like the difference between 10 CS to 15 CS, crazy, absolute insanity. To where I was like barely cutting it. I always felt like I was the bottom of the damage tier list. It was terrible. But weirdly enough, I was like, I've kind of I've already got all the purple gear in my armory. I'm not getting matrices or gold. One of the only like guaranteed stat increases that I find makes a huge difference is getting like gear, like armor, like boots, helmet, stuff like that. And I'm not waiting for Black Hole to constantly do that, and I don't want to waste my resin on nothing because my weapons are largely leveled up already. So the next big pooba is this, and I was like, I'm pretty far away from it. I only just got to 20, but at 20, I was able to clear this, and I was actually the second from top damage on the team. Now, granted, I do think a lot of people are grinding these who shouldn't necessarily be grinding these. Like, I noticed that I'm like, I don't have like a very high scaling, tons of dupes of my weapons to really like give me this edge, and I'm surpassing people's damage, and I'm like, oh, I think people are like like they're in the same boat as me where they're like, I just need to get to the next level. My only thing is I waited till I had full-on purple gear and then I jumped. I think people are out here with blue gear wanting just to get a little bit of that taste of that gold gear. Now granted, if you use, I've actually got a lot of gold gear pretty consistently every day. If you use one of those things that gives you like high drop chance, which is actually much more common than I thought, so yeah. Anywho. Also, Bodhi says, I heard that crafting gets more effective when it's max level SI. I'll be looking forward to that. Interesting. What is max level? Oh, you mean like you maxed all your efficiency? Nice. What's good, Legend? Legend says, hey brother, I bring likes to you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the likes on the video. Always helps. Support is incredible. Appreciate that. Lone City says, Crow and Samir are the general ones for DPS. Yeah, well, not even that, but like, yeah, for DPS. But surprisingly, one of the coolest matrices is Death's, or whatever his name is, Red King. King is his name. King's is like stupid unique. Like whenever you do anything, you deal like pretty good shatter and damage. Like it just has a lot of power behind it, and it makes him so he can heal basically. Like it's just like, what? It's so good. Yeah. Lozig says, nope, no random state for matrices. Yeah, no random stats for matrices. Yeah. I saw a little random thing there. That's why I got a little bit like second guessing, but I thought that was right. Bodhi says, so to increase your overall CS, it's always worth it to grade your SSR gear up by fusing them up to 1 star. They get a lot of CS. Also a lot of, absolutely, yeah, I agree. In fact, but that's the thing that's kind of also got a fucky ability. I don't actually love that system because it makes me it doesn't let me actually like understand things. So for instance, this is level 1, but like if I were to put this in here, it would be like 1% gain. So because it's trying to tell you that like, oh well, like you leveled this one up and that's how it's better. I just find it's more confusing. Like I wish it would tell me what it is at a base. So like there's a base advantage here, but I do believe it doesn't do that if you have something that is high CS, or you've leveled it up, you've enhanced it, or advanced it, whatever it's called, it's advanced. When you've advanced it, I wish it would show me like the base compared to this. So it's like, oh, if you were to advance this one, it would be theoretically better. Now, granted, I do know there's a good argument for people saying like, well, you shouldn't, let's calm down. Like, let's not like, you could save a lot of this to level up your shit, let's relax. Okay. I'm like, okay, especially now when I can already basically do the difficulty tier that I'm at. It's probably a good idea that I wait till I get like all legendary armor and then start investing. Although I don't know, does your armor always keep going up? Or if you get like an amazing chest piece with amazing stats, is that like now your legendary amazing chess piece forever, or is it like, no, I could get a legendary chess piece at level 70 whenever that comes out, and it will be astronomically better? So is it set by level, or is it set by quality of armor, like legendary, blue, etc., that kind of thing? A lot of questions. Sorry. By doing this, you can easily reach around 2.7 CS estimatedly. Yeah. Well, also, I'm not sure if that's. Yeah, the only thing I'd push back a little bit, BC, is I don't know, because I feel like for me, I'm not able to just like dump a ton of like, I don't have a lot of copies of armor, I guess. Like, so when I go to enhance, I sometimes see that when I go to do an enhancement, I don't have enough to actually level this thing up. Sometimes I do, other times not so much, you know. But like, yeah, whenever I got to one of these things where like I didn't have a lot of level up material for one of them. I forgot what it was, but yes, but yeah, I think it like. I don't know if we should be throwing around like it's easy to do that, because there is RNG aspect to this game a little bit. But now, granted, it's different because it's like, have you grinded a ton of chests? Like, have you got really lucky when doing certain missions? Honestly, I think a lot of it is just like what you've done. So like, I think people who got really into the exploration thing, constantly be popping open chests, got like tons of blue chest armor, then they have like, oh, I never felt this fatigue. But for a person who's like, I hate fucking exploring, I just want to like get in and fight. So I've been doing tons of like bygone phantasms. So they're more progressed when it comes to you getting your little microchips to level up your matricy or something like that, right? Or your suppressor, sorry. Stuff like that. So I think it depends. Like, this game has so many aspects of things that you can engage with that you enjoy, that I could see a lot of people being kind of like, what? I'm kind of not. That's, well, what about? I didn't feel that way, you know. And then another thing, they could be like, I got this shit down on lockdown. Also, can we all agree that this is fucking terrible? That this event is not good. Okay, I hate it. It's like they've conditioned us, at least for me, okay? They've conditioned me to be a baby, all right? They've conditioned me to be like, hey, here's where you go. You go do this over here, okay? That's me. In this one, they're like, hey, you have to somehow extrapolate what your customer likes when they're like, I like almonds. It smells like almonds in here. What a nice smell. Wouldn't it be great if I had food? They don't even do that, but they're like, almonds. And then I'm like, what the fuck kind of food has almonds? And I'm trying to find any dish that I have that has almonds in it. And then I go over here and it's like, yeah, nothing here says almonds. Nothing. It's just like, here's gingerbread. Here's fucking small rice. And I'm like, shut up. Like, nothing here is helpful. It's extremely like, well, good luck. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Good news is you only really need to get to 80. 80 at 80 is when you get the two things here. Also, god damn, you get 10 puzzle pieces? Whew, madness. Also, I still haven't watched that video of what the best relic is. I seen it in my queue and I just still haven't watched it. We could, actually, I probably should. I wish, also, side thing, it would be cool if there was a way to like just come to my, like, this place and just get all of my hourly income stuff. Because it's a bit of a pain to be like, I can pick up this, and then pick up this. Also, you can't pick it up when you're on your bird. Little issues, but still. Brody says, I heard they reset weekly, but I don't know for sure. Like, all the enemies? That's brutal. If it's all the enemies, then ugh. I hope it's, I know the world bosses I would see doing weekly, but not the animals, because that's fucking nuts. If it's that. And this is going to be a real slow process if that's the case. Also, I guess I grabbed this one already. Also, I cannot wait until you're at like level 8 and you have like 15 of those little things running around, like this, and then this, and then this. It's going to be crazy. Lozika says, well, I'm casting more healing magic on my friend just now. So investing in healing magic, I put all my skill points into destructive magic. Oh, okay. Is there like a healing substat that I didn't see? Okay. But my day was good. Good, no work. It was a day. Oh, nice. something good that happened is that new update for Counterside came out today, and replace Syndicate update. Okay, interesting. I'm about to say, man, what a day. We went from having nothing happening, like at least I felt this way, about like nothing happening, and then this game comes out and it's just like, oh yeah, here's everything ever all the time. But this is also a game where like you can just go fucking buck wild. Also, has anybody made it to the top of this? Bolty, I would feel like you maybe did you make it to the very top of this? Can I like join on you and ping up there, or do I have to scale it twice because I scaled it in my other world? And yeah, son of a bitch, basically. But it needs to get scaled for when people start saying we're gonna fight that world boss. I wish they would have had an event that says, hey, do it. Jump, I did. Okay, can I join on you, Bolty? Are you not in game? If you're not in game, that's okay. I can wait. But yes. Well, oh no, I read that. But my day was good. Please, Bolty said, please heal my legs too. They are killing me. Lone can't even do a single squat without the feeling. Oh, Bolty, I was curious about this. How did it work? How did the energy cardio work? Because I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about a conversation we had. I was thinking, well, he might be fine for the second day after cardio, actually, because I think where I fucked up is I did it consecutively. Like every day it was like bang, bang, bang. And it was pain. It was brutal. Little Singer says, Bolty, I have no investment in healing magic, so I can only do it once per day. Sorry. Oh, did you hit me with healing magic? I'm so lost. what's Bolty's treating it like role play. Maybe you are too, and I missed the chunk of comment that made it make sense. But the update brings 4 new characters from all replacers, syndicates, and we have to replacer knights, replayers, bishops, kings, queens, down in line. Okay, golly. Interesting. Also, a little weird. Invite the team. Give Bolty. The Bolty does have power. Can I ping the Bolty? Let's see. Ah! Also, Bolty, did you get up here? Thank you, Bolty. You dropped this, King. I'm kidding. But no, I'm not really. Actually, thank you so much. But Bolty, I was gonna say, did you do this without the grapple arm thing? Because I don't know if it's possible to do this without the grapple arm thing. Because there's so many of these edges to where like you're climbing up this wall. It's right here, and there's like a fucking edge. So you'd have to like grapple onto this, get height, and then grapple that way or some weird thing. It was like, I don't know how people do this who don't have the grapple arm. Also, kind of fucking bullshit, honestly. But yeah. I think until we get a rarity above SSR, these will stay for a long time. Okay, the armor, you mean? Okay. I got both Replacer Knight and Bishop. Nice. I had to spend some of my quartz on Knight. Probably should have done that. I should have done that. I have to spend them on awkward characters, but waifus. But got both of them along with some random SSR character. Been wanting Replacer King and his awakened character. He is a part of the battle pass, which is a jaw dropping because he is one of the best awakened characters. Yeah, man. I feel like a lot of it's nice to see that like some of these games are actually treating this very, very sweetly. Like, not how sweetly. Like again, we come from a game called Genshin, where to me I've always felt like it's like, do you need to do these things? Do you need to kind of be super stingy? Do you need to like to make like keep your like FOMO as it? It can only ever be FOMO, and I'm like. Okay, I mean, I don't know, they're making a lot of money, but like then hopefully these other people I hope do well too, you know, because I do think that like is maybe just because we're beaten dogs essentially, but yeah, I like to me I'm like this this is nice, you know. Granted, I do think there are different things. Like I do realize that some people who are probably playing Tower Fantasy were like, I was hoping for more customization, and that's absolutely, this update's lacking a little bit. It doesn't have a great deal of customization yet. But for me, the infrastructure of utility and also just the fact that weekly you're going to be getting a ton of great items, that's nice. That's like really nice, you know what I mean? And yeah, that to me is something that I'm happy to hear about in all these other games that they're starting to do that with. And also, I hear Honkai is a lot more generous as well, so it could just be that Genshin is this, you know, don't touch it, it's making so much money, leave it as is until people start not playing it and not giving us money. Which could be the, you know, the way it panned out, etc. Oh, this person popping off, doing all kinds of crazy things. Bolty says, to the Ada Cafe event, I have posted a site where you can look up all of the necessary dishes. Ooh, good job, Bolty. Is that in the Genshin, or that in the Tower Fantasy tab? Hell yes. Also, thank you, Queen, I guess. Probably a man, but who cares? Astra, for doing that. I do not have a fire weapon. I wish Cobalt B would get here soon, because I desperately need a fire weapon. Although I think Cobalt might be taking my healer position, because I kind of leveled up and I got a copy of my, what's her name, piece, and I don't know how good, yeah, I think we need that. Characters in the game, and the fact that you can get him at a low price of $15 with his standard Awaken character can cost over $200 is a way. Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, it's amazing. That sounds great compared to a lot of things. Although, man, I do remember the day when people were like, $30 for a DLC disgust me, and it was like fucking 20, 30 hours. And you're like, I mean, I feel like I'm getting a lot out of it, but maybe people are right. Maybe this is like should be in the base game or some shit. I don't know. But now, now that I've experienced the depths of what it truly means to have things limited, and also the price, like a solid baseline price. Like I miss the age when you could just buy something once. You know, it's not a paid subscription, you know, and all that stuff. Although the paid subscription thing also makes sense, like to be fair. It's like, hey, well, what if a person's like, hey, I could literally binge watch all of the shows with 1 month of Bang and then be done with it, you know? Also, Boti, you did mention how many of these things, or how long these things are up for, the dream machines. How much was it? Is it 8 or was it 10? Because I've done a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 this week already. So it can't be 5. The replacer queen comes in the banner lately, and you have to summon her for her, might skip her for now, although she's a waifu awakened character. Oh, we gotta focus up! This one's actually, it could be worse. That slow does not do anything. Get out of there before that breaks. Can't go for it. Can't go for them. This one's just like you gotta hope for the best. Ah, run! Get out of there! We're doing good. We're killing it. Ah! Give me. We can do this. We're making it's sketchy ground. That's what I like to see. Go! Get out of there! God damn you! Give me all of them! Give me! Ah, I'm gonna get hit. Yep, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, no. Oh, there's one right there. Ah, shit. Shit. Those gold ones are worth everything. Go! I got that one. Go! It takes me a while to register what they are and try to like make a benefit analysis. Also, sometimes they're holding out on you. It's not good. It's getting rough. Eesh. Oh, I'm gonna have to tank this one. Okay, no, we were able to manage. Oh, it's worth it. Go, 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 come on! Ah, son of a bitch! Get out of there! Yes, nice. Ah, we still didn't get enough. Oh wait, did we? No, I don't think we did. Maybe. I don't know what the max one is. 12. I don't think we got that one. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we did. I don't know. It's hard to say. Oh, what's good, Max? Max says, hello, everybody. We love to have you, Max. Hopefully you had a lovely day. Character you can get pretty easily. But he says, I did a big mistake and went for a long walk and regret it pretty hard. Oh, with pain. I see pain in regards to to the workout of the cardio, etc. Yeah, leg day is rough. Although I would hope that you don't get consumed by the what is it called? A lot of the one big problem I think with working out is that it's like should be some resistance, but I think people are like pain, like there should be equal recovery for pain experience essentially. If you're just in pain all the time, then you're just causing damage. Your body also needs equal recovery. I think that's the issue that people don't scale off of. It's not an argument of whether you can, how much you can work out. It's an argument of how quickly do you recover and how many variables can you control that increase your recovery. Because if you're kind of lost in not basically gaining any reparative thing, then you're just damaging on damage on damage, and that doesn't really do anything besides probably hurt you and tear muscles. So that's why I think there's an issue with the baseline thinking of exercise to the point in which you're screaming in pain. Although, yeah, with that being said, though, I know there's some people who are like probably similar to me, which there's an aspect of dopamine release, which is why you gotta work out hard, but not like to the heart so much hard that you can't work it the next day, because then you can't get the happy, dopamine release basically. But yeah, don't push yourself too hard. Be careful. Although there are certain different forms, though. If people want to put on a ton of mass, then a lot of bodybuilders subscribe to you got to overwhelm your body with acid. I would just hope that there's some recovery in there, because I know some people there's like a weird culture of suffering within exercise, which I think is not the goal. The goal is not suffering. The goal is strength or physique, whatever it could be, But he says, I did walk for a walk. I was just typing to someone else too. Oh, I see. He says, after playing these gachas, I realized Genshin wasn't treating any of us right. Like when I first got into Counterside, I was getting so many SSR characters, and even now, they still give away more pull. Yeah, man. Which is also good because, and maybe, I don't know, I hate to say it, but maybe that's like, maybe Genshin knows, like, no, we need to make this rare and like impossible to get, etc. But yeah, I don't know. I would hope that these games are successful still. Also, I don't think you need to make billions of dollars compared to hundreds of millions of dollars, or like, sorry, $50 million. I think it's just as insane, considering most games would make that on like a monthly thing, or sorry, on a like a yearly 5 years, and you make that, and that subsists you for years to come, not a month of making that much money, or a year is like maybe $1 billion or something crazy, Whew. Move this out of the way. Although I will say, I really do like the foundation built by the housing system in this game. It is quite good. Also, I don't know if you guys want to do Rift, or if you've already done it this week. I don't know if it's a pain in the ass at sea. No, it's not that one. Challenge. Rift. Also, there's raids. I don't think I am the proper CS for it. It says CS 360. You guys can't see that. It says 360 CS. Woof. I do think it gives you 1,000 or something crazy dark crystals, which to me is kind of weird. I feel like that doesn't make the most logical sense, because it's like, well, if you're already able to do this, you're already 260 or 360 level 360 level 60, etc., all that stuff, then you're probably already swimming in a good bit of legendary gear. I feel like this could probably be like lower, let people experience it, and then also give like half of this, and then this could help people get into the next tier, maybe get into CS30 by using this dark or gold currency to then buy armor, to then maximize your progress at least. Maybe not have the best stats, but you could get by. But nevertheless, neat. New thing to do eventually. But yeah, what is it called? Void Rift. We fought this one before. Vulnerable to flame. Vulnerable to frost as well. Okay, that's pretty good. That's not fire, but actually, I'm not sure. I think you guys mainly do flame. Oh no, it is flame. Sorry, I'm fucking blind. I always read flame as something else. But frost and flame. Yeah. Could be better. Could be electro, and I'd be sitting pretty. But yes, also this matrixy today, which is but still. Also, I need to do my challenges. Shit. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to jump in there. It's totally okay if you don't want to do it today, but hopefully we can do it before it caps out. Go. And this one. Also, man, I really wish they would just let you, like, teleport to the location of the challenge, you know what I mean? Giving away more pulls. Same goes for Tower Fantasy, like in terms of just giving you a good bit for your bang for your buck. Also, another good thing that happened to me today is I might have gotten my PS5 for free. What? What? $500 is one hell of a free. That's not like, hey, I pay a monthly subscription. I'm basically getting Netflix for free. It's like, no, no. But that's insane, boy. That's huge. You should be bouncing off the walls. Explain yourself. Did the store just be like, yeah, we don't know. Some random person picked up your order, and yeah, apparently that wasn't you, so we fucked up. Someone stole your order. Unlucky. We're not charging you. And you're just like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yes, that is what happened. I have never met that person in my life. Brutal. I can't wait to hear about this. Even just a chance. Mosaic is also another good thing. Max says hi. Bodhi says 7 dream machines around. I heard. Oh, 7. Okay, 7. Oh, wait. Have I did them? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, I miscount. I got one more to do this week. Huge. So around 7 or I feel like you would. Weird. Okay, but it's just, okay. I heard the first raid boss is very easy. I will be up for a Frontier Clash and Void. Hell yeah. Do you want to play some Tower Fantasy today, Lonesy, or nah? I guess we could just do it with me and Bolty if you don't want to do it, and then we could just get a random in there. Lonesy says, I would love to, but my tablet needs to be checked. Gotcha. Bolty says, I will be up for... Yeah, you want to do it, Bolty? As soon as I'm done playing soccer a little bit? Real quick? I'm honestly not sure. The one thing I always work into my schedule is the training challenges things. I don't know if that's the most important thing. I probably should do, like, Wormhole or something. It's probably way more efficient. But I'm like, the challenges. It's such a nice little tiny goofy mini game. It's also... God damn it! It's sometimes rewarding. Other times it's the worst. Get in there! Jesus Christ, yeah. Can't have too much momentum. Also, guys, I went down the absolute fucking really, dude. Oh my God, your stupid little clumpy, stupid feet. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to come for you, Crow. But I went down the rabbit hole of rabbit holes yesterday night. I'm sick. I'm trying to do recon research, and I just want to fucking put a bullet in my head. Anyway, but I'm super like drained. Like I try to do anything productive. I'm like, I feel like I'm just like, anyways. But I went down the rabbit hole yesterday. I always remembered, like, did anybody else go through a phase where you be watching Casey Neistat on like a boosted board, and you always thought, man, I was always jealous of those people who skateboarded, but I always thought, I ain't doing some kickflip bullshit and breaking my ankle, and fuck that. No, but like riding a longboard, just leaning into shit, which is probably significantly harder than I'm giving it credit for, just sounded awesome. So the whole boosted board, oh God, fuck no, oh please, So the whole boosted board saga, I got real into. And I went down the rabbit hole to see, like, well, there's got to be an innovation in that world, because that was like pretty good then. God damn it, pretty good then. And I'm hoping that it got better. You know what I mean? So I looked into it. Holy shit. There's a whole bunch of like electro transportation shit that's going with like good batteries now, or better batteries than they were. And it was a fun rabbit hole to go down to. But oh my god, man, in my research / binging of channels that covered like what is it called? E-machines, electric, like, that's what it's called, e-transportations, basically. There is some crazy shit out there. There's like the thing that everyone's seen, which is like the electric, like, longboard, essentially. Boosted board, if you've ever seen any sort of vlogger stuff, everyone's like copied Casey Neistat because it's just like awesome. Anyways, it's also a great shot. You're like whipping down the street with like on a board. Anyways, but there was also the what do you call it? The scooter, which I'm sure everyone has seen too. The electric scooter, been around probably first and just been killing it. Also, you can just ping to your house like that. Oh, that's cool. So cool. I'm gonna see Bolty is wanting to join. Bolty, join team. Fire off. But if you want to start Void Rift and get the random shit happening, I'll be ready to rip. Anyways, to finish my train of thought, I got, the other one that came into my feed was basically a, what's the thing that like clowns ride on? It's like a one wheel. It's like they juggle and shit on it. A one wheel? Well, that's one of them too. That's like a weird board with a giant wheel in the middle. I'm talking about like a unicycle. That's it, a unicycle. I think it's a unicycle. Unicycle, perfect, thank you. Exactly, unicycle. So, I started watching this, and these people on these unicycles be fucking ripping, dude. It, like, on a boosted board, you get like maybe 40 miles per hour. Pretty good. Or like 35 miles per hour. And that's like if you're going on flat ground. If you're going up a hill, it's more like 30 or 20. Still fast. Still, like, if you fucking fall without any headgear, you're gonna smash your skull against the ground and die. But still within reason. But these little tiny one wheel things go beyond 40 miles per hour on a one wheel, like on a unicycle. And these people are just cooking. Like they have no fucking self-preservation in any limb, node in their brain cell, nothing. Not a singular bit of self-preservation. It was awesome, actually. It looked very fun. And I'm not even I'm not like a danger person at all. I'm like the opposite of that. I'm like, how much can I have a fun time while not being in a bad time? In a coma, basically. Some people want to jump out of planes. I'm like, fuck that. How about never, ever, actually? I'd rather, like, you know how many months I would be in a coma or busting my knee open and I could spend it watching anime and have like a fucking great time the whole time, you know what I mean, without having to be bedridden for, no. Anywho, one thing that I was kind of sad though, the conclusion that I came to after me analyzing a bunch of these like electro transportation things, is the boosted board, which kind of started a huge trend, I think, probably because of the whole Casey Neistat, like, you know, longboarding thing, actually stalled out. Like it didn't progress very much. At least it didn't seem that way. And the scooters did decent, but it still didn't seem like they progressed. Weirdly enough, the one that seemed to solve almost all of the questions. So basically when you're like looking into electro boards or whatever, some sort of a transportation, there's like battery life, distance, speed, ease of use and stuff like that. And like, is it good to go off-road? Because like a lot of these long boards, if you hit a pebble, you're gonna smash your skull into the ground because you're going off your board. Guess what was the one that like just completely edged out of all of them? Like it answered all the problems. It seemed way more technologically advanced than all of the other ones, like in terms of like mobility tech in there, to where like you, like, instead of like you putting it on your back, like a boosted board or something, and like walking into a supermarket, they gave something there to where you could just kind of cook with it. You could go into a store. Have we been here already? I think I just made one loop. Anyways, guess what was the one that made like out of the three that I just mentioned, guess what was the one that made the biggest technological advancement? Yeah, I'll get you. So you have longboards, scooters, and unicycles. What was the one, just from your perspective, would be the one that was just crushing it in terms of like solving all the technological problems, would be like, if you were to pick one of these that was the most efficient, the best bang for your buck, which one would it be? I kind of stacked the deck because I kind of said that, like, you know, longboards may not be it, but yes. Also, did we find everything? Maybe. I want one person to guess. I refuse to talk about it until one person says anything. Also, if your motherfuckers are Googling shit, I'm gonna be so hurt. Okay. Also, my assessment may be wrong. I just think it was pretty clear the like winner that when I went down the rabbit hole, these weird like electro bike things. It was obvious. Also, electro bikes. Even electro bikes don't seem to be as cutting edge as the fucking one that ended up like, I'm not sure who developed it or who was into it, but Jesus. And I think we got enough. Forward this to you. Forward this to Blueberry, because I know Blueberry's stacked. Also, I don't know if Blueberry has fire, but we're going to give him fire. Poet. Healing efficiency, I'm going to give him to you because I have no idea, and I don't really have a lot of healing. Poet, I'll give one to you too. Volt, I'm keeping. Selfish, but yes. Bolty, give you both of those. Frost, I'll give it to Bolty, and then I'll give it some more to this person, and I'm keeping the electric. That's mine. People have given me too many. No, actually, no, they're good. Do I have 4 electric? I do. Oh, I can give one away. I'll give it to you. Alright, and then we'll go. Have you guys been fighting this whole time? It looks like it. Shit. Sorry. No, we're waiting. Sorry. I just had to get my stuff. Wow, we're actually... His health bar is dissipating. Nice. I'm just gonna nuke him, because with this many people, usually we can smash a health bar. Although that worked out well, actually. Also, I don't know what it is. Out of all the bosses, this one feels the most easy to achieve. In terms of, he's just kind of slow and clunky. Doesn't have like a lot of AoE hits. Like anyone that hits behind them and stuff is kind of a nightmare to deal with. So we'll do this. Fluff says, I am alive! We missed you, Fluff! How do you like the update thus far? I'm quite enjoying it. I have gotten most of my things up in level, and I'm very excited for the future in which we can eventually get to the point where we can just start dunking on these MX matrices, which I do understand is capped out, by the way. I mentioned like how crazy the matrice get is. It does seem like we're only going to be able to get Gen 1 matrices, which is basically from the standard banner, but granted, Crow's and Samir's matrices are pretty good, you know what I mean? So like as far as being, you know, like Gen 1, it's pretty solid Gen 1. I'm sure, you know, Gen 2, I'm hoping they'll eventually trickle out the, you know, Claudia's matrices in there as well, or else it'll be very like skewed, or at least have something, like at least have a joint operation, so then the protocol could be spend all your joint operations on, you know, this specific joint operation that gives you Claudia's or Cobalt B's, and then go the distance with the other thing. Also, Fluff, do you by chance want to do some, what is it called? Void Rift things? If you want to do it? Because, yes, that was actually, well, sometimes you matchmake with gods. Other times you matchmake with people who are like me, who are just like, I'm trying to keep up. And we're there, all right? I've always contributed, just not the top yet. When I get Cobalt B, it'll be the same. She doesn't, I mean, I don't have resonance yet, but B. Frontier Clash. Yeah, okay, so Lone Ticket says, on the topic of getting a maybe potentially possibly free PS5, Lone Ticket says, yeah, so when my friend and her mom went to go get my PS5, they paid for it through Klarna, which is a service where you can do a payment plan, and apparently the transaction failed through Klarna. Sounds like a fucking W, my boy. Like an absolute W. Failed through Clarima. You better be careful going back to the store. Maybe give it a couple months, let them forget about you. But geez. And I realized when the initial payment was refunded back to my account when calling GameStop, and they said that the payment went through on their end, but I still got my money back. So it's been about a week since. Yeah, don't be spending that money like you have it. But kind of like if you let that dopamine set in, let that win, like you just found $50 on the street. Hell yeah, fucking let's go. I say that as a person who's lost many $50 on the ground. So, you gotta take it again. That's not true, actually. I've only lost like one, and I never happened again. Because, yeah, fuck that. But, anywho. I haven't gotten started. I see. Yeah, a lot of people have so many games to play right now. I should have more games to play, but I'm also enjoying this one quite a lot. It's kind of the one that I've been waiting for, actually, which is why I'm like, I probably am sounding too positive on a lot of ways when it comes to this game. Like, I'm sure there's issues in which I'm just kind of happy to have things to do and feel very meaningful to do them. And then I'm watching other creators who are still playing Genshin, and I'm literally sitting here like, this game is literally doing everything you've asked. By the way, one thing I didn't mention, maybe I'll put this in the video, hello. One thing I didn't mention is they've added already to Spiral Abyss, or should I say Bygone Phantasm. Bygone Phantasm now has a new mode, that is this. It's basically a challenge mode for people who are really into like the difficulty aspect of Bygone Phantasm. They have a challenge mode that has some pretty cool rewards. You get like a couple more, not the crazy, of course. You get 1 gold nucleus for doing some of it, but a lot of it's like using only an element, going in there with whatever the challenge is. I don't actually know them off the top of my head, but even still, this is something that people have been begging from Genshin for such a long time, to have like something that is basically free to play-ish, friendly, with a ton of rewards. But then also, if you want to crush your balls, here you go, fam. We're not judging you. Go in there and get your like 2 rewards and whip your dick out, fucking be a whale, get crazy. I don't know, stay over there though. I don't want to see it, but I will like to, enable you as much as possible if you can shut up. Yeah, so that's something that they've added. I see so many people be like, just doing chests and quests again, and I'm like, man, I don't mean to be that way, but I am very, very content, like right now at least. Maybe in the future I'll be like, this is the fucking, they screwed it all up. But man, I feel like I like the way they're going, and especially when I see like that desert island, you know what I mean? I just like the solo play is solid. The only thing that I've heard a lot of complaints is the story, which I think will get better because I think they now have a wellspring of money to invest in better writers. But also, I don't know if they want to do that. I don't know if that's where their focus is. I feel like their focus is on making endgame content. In fact, I think the biggest issue with this game is that the beginning part of it is not as good as the end game part of it. If you ever played a game called Ark Survival Evolved, it's very similar to that, where like there was a long time, like years, of where the beginning of that game was just rough. Very hard to get into, very hard to understand. Nothing was streamlined or explained. And yeah. So yeah, Fluff says I can hop on if I don't have a full party. Yeah, well, we can always matchmake, Fluff. So if you don't feel like you want to get on, it's okay to say I'm not really into it right now. Maybe to whenever we play next. You can always say stuff like that because there's matchmaking in the game. But if you wanted to jump in and get it done for the week, you can. Yes, just let us know for the whole Void Rift play. But yeah, I think that's the one thing that I see in the game is that like the beginning part is not so good. I'm hoping that the story does get better. I'm not sure if anyone's experienced the story after they have potentially had a surge of monetary increase by going global and therefore able to invest in the story more. But even if I look at everything, it just seems like they're much more interested, and it makes sense with the format of the game being an MMO. With it being like, no, we want to make sure the end game is super taken care of first before we jump into the beginning part, or we sharpen up the beginning part of the game, because we're mainly trying to keep our people who are invested in the game, our end game players, satisfied, which is pretty smart. Honestly, it worked for Ark. Ark basically kept those people who were playing on like all the time at end game really happy, and I think they did really well. Lone Syndicate says, to be fair, what was the question again? Okay, so my question, I went on a little tangent, I should be clear. There is basically stuff called like electric transportation, essentially. So like electric bike, electric longboard, electric scooter, electric unicycle, electric like one wheel, which is kind of like a longboard mix, whatever. Out of all 4 of those, or out of however many I just said, what one do you think solved the most questions and is the most advanced? So if you had to pick one, what one would it be? Out of all of those types of electric transportation, which one would it be? Would you have guessed is the best, essentially? Especially, not only the best in like regards to like tech, but also in regards to the evolution of the thing. So the first longboard compared to the now Gen X5 longboard, which one has made the most improvement, I guess? Lone Syndicate says the scooter. I feel like that was what everyone's brain goes to, the scooter, because it's tried, it's tested, it's there. I'm not sure if anyone else wants to chime in too to my question, but I'll give you a minute. But yeah, I feel like most people would think the scooter. It's been around for such a long time. Also, what happened? What happened? Are we just going in there? Or oh no, maybe it's like they have a better connection than us and it went right in. But yeah, scooter is where I think most people go in terms of what is the biggest bang for your buck, technologically advanced thing. It's okay. It's okay. But the issue is that a scooter, like in order to hold a battery, in order to hold your weight in the way that it's being held, a scooter basically is heavy as fuck. So like you have to park it outside and you have to hope people don't take it, basically. And also its battery life is good. The good thing is that the scooter basically has like probably the easiest to understand, like easy application of use kind of thing. So I think it's probably the best general piece of e-technology that I've seen. But sure as shit, the one that made out of all my binging of YouTube videos last night of looking at all of these electric transportation type things, the one that edged it out in every possible demographic, in terms of the build quality, in terms of the questions and the problems that they answered, like how do we get more battery life? Some people want to take this into like a store. They want to go get a soda at a vending machine or at a convenience store. How can they take this in there? And not like get weird looks because someone's holding a giant skateboard in their hand or like lugging around a 40-pound scooter because the battery in there is that heavy. The one that stood above them all is the unicycle. Who would have thought? The unicycle had the first gens were weird, but the last gen has like a little basically briefcase handle that you just like slot up, and also they're self-correcting, so it's like really hard to lose your balance on them because they're kind of like balancing you seemingly by themselves, which was incredibly cool. But it was just like it was the underdog of all underdogs, and also for like it's also the most safe, weirdly enough, because you control the momentum just by leaning, and you can slow down incredibly quickly. You also can control it on a dime, whereas like with a longboard you kind of have to really twist and hope for the best. You can't make a sharp turn almost, and you also can't like lean super hard. Also, again, the dreaded, any skateboarder will know this, the dreaded pebble will crack your nose open. Basically, you'll hit a pebble and you'll fly forward and you'll bust your shit open. It's terrible. But sure as shit, if you're driving, it's like a wheel, right? A wheel with like enough tread on it will just basically bump past the little rock, and it's like super stable. And also you can ride this singular wheel in like gravel, dirt. The only thing I haven't seen them do it on is snow, because yeah, that may get clogged on the wheel weirdly enough. But for whatever reason, dirt one doesn't. I don't know. It's the weird tread of the wheel basically keeps it off of it. Anyways, regardless, I was just blown away at that. And every conceivable thing I've ever seen, in all of them, like in terms of like the battery life is crazy. They're a little heavy, but it's okay because they can like literally just ride them around everywhere. Or like, like a briefcase, or not briefcase, like a luggage. You can like basically just run them around everywhere. And it just seemed great. Also, did y'all just get all of the things that fast? Golly, you'll need to slow down. Oh. I don't know if I don't see anyone left, so I'm gonna assume you've gotten a lot of them. Let's see. I could divvy up the 2 that I have. Actually, that time I didn't get a lot. Ooh, I don't have any of those, but I could give you one of those and night power to multi, I guess. They really need to divvy those up better. I only have 2 electro. I think we've gotten all of them. I don't know, I guess. I know you can see somewhere where, like, you can see the total of the points you've attained. But I don't know. Yeah, see, we've missed some of the buffs, but fuck it. Who cares? Hopefully, last time we stomped on him, so yeah. Enter anyway. Let's hope that we got enough. Yeah. Lone Ticket says, imagine you just see someone riding down the street on their way to school or work on a dang Lone Syndicate. You have no alone. I want to show you a video at the end of the stream, Lone Syndicate. If you can hold out to the end of the stream. This, by the way, like the unicycle tops out everything. Battery charge, everything. Guess how fast these things can go. Like the scooters can, like, it seems like they have a hard time going past 40 miles per hour. A scooter is easily going 40 miles per hour. Also, you're going 40 miles per hour. If you fall off, your face is gonna be obliterated. You'd think, but actually, it's insane. Like, you can tell. So, for instance, the only negative to the scooter is the only negative to the unicycle is that it seems like there is a lot of learning curve. Not a lot, honestly. It seems like there's I feel like there's more chance that people will basically fall because it has self-correcting to some extent. So it's like you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be kind of okay. But it definitely seems like out of all the ones, it seemed like if you were to place a bet basically, and like what is the probability that one of these people are gonna fall? Die would be easy. It'd be unicycle because you know they just go so fast, and the faster you go, the higher the death mortality rate goes. But if you were to basically set like a thing of like, okay, how can't really speak, but the cause of injury, the cause of a failure to ride or a failure to execute on a longboard or a scooter or even a bike. It's not even close, I think. Like the people who actually are good at riding a unicycle, and specifically unicycle, I'm not even sure if it's like even remotely connected to normal unicycles because it's literally just like you lean forward. It's not like you have to pedal, you know? Like pedaling, I think would add enough rock and variability to where I think also like the pedals are governed by the wheel's momentum, so it's even more locked in. It's not like, you know, varied or distanced. But anyways, fun rabbit hole I went down to the other night. The whole like electric things. I always wished for those longboards because I never got into skateboarding. But I always thought that'd be a fun thing. If you had a bunch of friends and you wanted to do something instead of going hiking, you could go riding around like, you know, a nice nice park or something like that. I think it'd be lovely. You know, I think that'd be much more of my speed. But also the fact that like again these unicycles are cruising on damn near everything, man. Like they're climbing up mountains and shit. They're like pivoting perfectly around. Yeah, I think like when you see somebody like flying by on a one-wheeled unicycle thing going 60 miles per hour and you just go vroom, and you're just like, what is happening? What's going on? But also I think they're illegal because they're almost too efficient. I fucked up. I was looking at my health. I was talking about shit. Oh no. This is where it all falls apart. Am I fucking up because I'm moving? I got you. But everyone else had to get me. I think there's a lot of lag here. It's in a weird way. I keep fucking denying my alt. There we go. We got no matrices. Oh, okay. It's depressing, but okay. Oh. Max says, "Oh yeah, did anything did anyone end up getting Claudia?" Yeah, that's a good question, Max. Anyone luck out and get Claudia? Apparently, everything I hear is great. Also, how cool is that character very top of the screen? One with the, like, she reminds me of a character that's also in, like, an anime that I think recently came out, or, like, a guy who plays piano and has, like, an orchestrator's wand. But there was, like, a person with the same idea, which is, like, rollerblade, 80s pop vibe kind of thing. She's all, also a lot going on with that character. Anyways, Judgment and Lost Judgment released onto Steam yesterday. It's a detective spin-off of formerly Yakuza, like the Dragon series. So I snagged the collection last night. Ooh, you been playing that, grinding that? How fun is that? The Yakuza series always seems like it's a unique game. Unique game, and I bet beloved. I need to have a meal, but tell me the word, Lone Ticket says, well, I was gonna stay until the end of the stream anyway, but now we gotta see those. Dude, It is insane. There's actually one video where people like are claiming they're stupid. Like there's this guy on a one wheel who's just flying by. I will say he's kind of doing douchey stuff where like you're interweaving between going on the road and then on the sidewalk, which I know in some countries is somehow allowed, but I just feel like that's agonizing as a driver to be like, is this motherfucker am I gonna hit him? Like, is he a cyclist? Is he a fucking, what's happening? Pick your lane, goddamn. But anyways, I understand the frustration with it, but unlike other things like driving a vehicle, like you are empowered to basically cause damage to others as well. Like it's not just like, oh, I hurt myself. It's like, no, you could rear end someone, hit a pedestrian, kill them, you're fine. So like it's almost like a could be a tool of war, you know what I mean? Whereas a person on a one wheel, they're only gonna kill themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're only gonna fucking crash and break every bone in their body, and you're gonna be fine in this car. Now granted, you might get sued, that's not good. But I do think that gives people in those places, same thing with like the longboard, electric longboard, stuff like that, that gives them some grace, where it's like, I think douchers are douchers, interweaving in traffic and shit are all bad. But same time, this person's gonna die. You know, they're not like killing a bunch of people by their inaction, their stupidity, I suppose. They're only like playing dangerous with their life. Granted, there are some instances that you can think of that are like, oh no, this person's fucking up everything else. Yeah, Boat, I'm curious, did you ever consider going for Claudia? I know Lone Syndicate was not going because he would rather go for Cobalt B, like me. Also, by the way, update now that I bought the season pass things, update on them wishes. Your boy is sitting at 12K, solid bit of gems, and I got 30 of those, by the way. Also, my Dark Nucleus, I'm at, where are you? Almost 40. So we getting up there. Oh, my chest. But yes. Also, I still don't know what the red... Oh, alright, I think I know what this is. It's the same thing as black gold, but I don't know where you'd buy. I don't know where you'd buy the thing. Where like you would convert your black gold for what I would assume is the character copy, or is that you get black gold to spend on this maybe? I feel like it's made so you can buy one of the things. I don't know where that is. Where maybe it's just in the shop, but it's hidden, like only for. Let me see. I'm kind of answering questions for myself here, but let's see. Oh yeah, I don't have any of that currency anyway. But let's say it was in the black gold shop. Would it just appear here? I don't know where you spend black gold. Do you need to first attain it in order to be able to spend it? I don't know where you would. I thought it was like to buy a weapon essentially, which is why people are saying like you should only wish on the weapon banner if you have enough to guarantee get the character, or even get 2 pieces of the character by having enough black gold and then funnel into the other thing, or else it's not quite efficient, which kind of makes sense to me. Flame gold is a specific banner. Huh. Interesting. I didn't see it there. Flame gold currency. Don't see it still. Maybe it's somewhere hidden. Oh, there it is. Oh, so you just get a chance. Wait, am I seeing that right? No, I'm misunderstanding something. Yeah, no, it just says the nucleus. I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah, must be a banner somewhere. I just don't know where it would be. You spend black gold on the left of your banner. Yeah, I always thought that like they give you this red gold currency when you miss essentially, like the not black gold, the red that converts to the red lotus. I thought you get you could buy the red. You take your red lotus points and buy a copy of the SSR if you take that many L's and you have enough. Which is like I think you need to like wish basically 2 on her and fail one of them, and then you can basically get the rest, I think. Max says, I still don't have Shiro. Pain. Sorry, Max. Pain. Rough. Oh, I guess we could do a... Oh, wait. Do I want to do that? Maybe. We could do a pull. I have 30, and we're getting closer to pity. Do I do a pull? I got my dark nucleus we can do a pull on. I've never gotten anything from this. Will it change today? I don't know why I do that, by the way. There's something so comfortable up going like, bah, and that's not how you don't do that. There's nothing, you can't like deflect a punch like that. It comes in way too fast. You're better off just moving or blocking. Anyways, but I don't know why. Some sort of martial arts bullshittery in my head. Let's run that again. Max says, hey, are we wishing? No, we're not wishing. We're waiting for, we're only wishing. Well, we are wishing. You're right, Max. But we're not really wishing. We're wishing our garbage. It's like saying, it's like, we're going to go spend some money tonight and then having like a handful of nickels and shit. And then like just spending 2 points into like a vending machine for like a $2 chocolate bar. You know what I mean? You're like, we're killing it, baby. It's like, no, we're not going for a dream house. But technically, yes, we are wishing, I guess. Max says, are y'all gonna have space after Fluff joins? Cause I can join it too if you need. Yeah, if you guys want to just run what do you call it, Void Rift today, I'm happy to let you guys help you guys go through as well. It did not take long at all. So if you guys need to get it done, we can do it today as a community. Oh, you do? You wish, Max? You went for Claudia? Your polls were awful? Oh, Max, I hate to hear it, buddy. No, don't say that. And I was playing Cyberpunk until Frozen last night before taking it to this as a sign to go to bed. Wait, Frozen? You were freezing? Uh-oh. Oh, we got her again. We have 15 copies of her. Actually, no, we don't. We've not maxed out yet. Let's do one goal wish and let it go. Let it just get out of here. I don't know if I want to get my guaranteed one yet. But we can close. This purple. Lone it says, I did one multi on Claudia's banner. You traitor! You traitor, son of a bitch! Just to test my luck, but didn't get any soon, so I saved for a couple. But man, I thought there was so much incentive to not do any. It's like it's either you go in, you go fucking in, or you don't look at it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist because of black gold. I thought black gold incentivized like, well, hey. If you really take L after L, you can still kind of walk away with 2. I don't know how the math checks up, but I don't think you can fail. Well, maybe there's no guaranteed pity. Maybe that's the thing. So you could just get like miss, and then you'd be guaranteed it. So you don't need to miss twice to get it guaranteed. But then you'd have enough black gold red gold, whatever it's called, to then get something. Maybe. Yeah. I'm not clear on that whole thing. Lucy says GRINN is at the ready when the red nucleus ready to get God call meetings. Hopefully, yes, hopefully. You spend black gold on the left banner. Flame gold is a banner specific. You got flame gold when you pull on the limited banner. It's exclusive to the limited banner Red Lotus for Claudia, and it converts to black gold once the banner ends. But okay, so is that all red gold is meant to do? Is just to basically be a utility for to like turn into a black gold? So there's nothing in the game. Basically, I just need to know what one thing. Does red gold or the remnant that comes from you wishing on the limited banner, is there any way that can be used to purchase a guaranteed copy of the weapon that you're wishing for? And is there such a thing as guaranteed character get in this? Or is it like, no? Because I thought that's what people meant. Because people said, like, you need to have this much to guarantee yourself a get of a character. So is there such a thing as 50-50? And if you lose one 50-50, then are you guaranteed to get the 50-50 there? I got my first 0 from a purple pull before getting another from my last 80. Yeah, purple ain't giving me nothing yet. Nothing yet. Maybe one day. Also, I'm holding off on spending these for no reason. I don't think it's smart. I just have yet to do it. Also, are we ready to run? Or are we waiting for Fluff and maybe Max? Although Fluff may not be ready because he's eating. Yeah, we can do Frontier Clash as well. Buddy says, could we do Frontier Clash first? I gotta go after that. Yeah, it's fine. I forgot. Yeah, it's so late for you, Bolty. Appreciate you hanging in there. Lone Singer says, "Hey, bro, that be me with just a handful of nickels." I mean, hey, it's true. It's true. Nickels be nickels. Also, nickels. It's like there's a special offer, low ass chance, but you can win a dream house. It's pretty good. A house. Let's say SSR's the dream houses. Houses are standard characters. Patching will take a bit, but it's going fast. The game locked up, and I had to restart my laptop as I locked focus on it. It's fine. I may tweak some settings, but it's likely to fluke. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. It's a pain in the ass when everything crashes. If Claudia has physical resonance, I may consider her for my marriage. Ooh, we'll see. We'll see, Fluff. Hopefully, I have the heart of the cards. Or pillows. Fluff says, however, I think I'd rather wait till Lyra and just use her as my Oh, does she have resonance in some way too? Fucking let's go, dude. The more Lyra can pop off, and it's people just people who say she's the best. Just that's it. She's great. Lyra, awesome. Why? This. And I'll immediately love you. I mean, a lot. Because to me, I just want more reasons why Lyra is a good pick. Because there's no one that looks cooler in the game. She is the coolest character. It's not even close. It's not even close. I'm sorry to say this, not even close. Even with the weird glow up of certain characters, not even close. Okay, second, no one had the cooler weapon. It's not even close. I keep saying not even close. So I want it, but she's also a support, which means could be possibly lost potential. Could be like, hey, how much DPS can she do? You know, and it's like, well, fuck. So yeah. Also, Fluff is at 92% patience, my boys. Fluff says Cobalt B, especially with fire resonance to pair with Hume and Lyra to pair. Ooh, I see. A little double team situation going on. That'd be fun. Yeah, especially when sometimes you'll need double team because some activities are elemental negated essentially. Yes, only if you have 120 flame gold. So then you can buy the a limited banner character. 120 flame gold for the limited banner can be used to buy a limited SSR directly, rather than the 120 black gold used only if you own a copy of the. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, Grin. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So, but is there such a thing as losing the 50-50, or like so? But basically, could you just keep wishing and just keep losing and losing and losing? So you could never get the right character, but then they have like this background thing of like, well, no, you get enough dust essentially to buy one copy for sure after you've wished. What is it, like 2 times, like 2 80s, or is it like no? They're like, if you fail her one time, you'll guarantee get her another, and then there's incentive to go even a 3rd time, because even if you miss the 3rd time, then you can just buy a copy of her with the dust left over. Is that right? That's a pretty clever strategy to get you to spend way more than you'd consider doing otherwise. But also, you could be walking away with like a double copy or potentially a 3 copies, which is pretty wild. Matt, what do you call? Do I have you friended, Max? Goblin. Why Goblin also? How do I send you a friend request, Max? Friend, Max. There you are. Click. Oh, I do have you friended. Oh, okay. Well, shit. Max, no, Lone Secret says, sorry, Grin, but all waifus deserve to be a part of the harem, even if I'm not interested in them. I'll give them a chance to come home. Okay, I for one am an absolute package. Okay, I like what I like. Okay, I don't need all of it. If I could have a solid 3 team though, I'll be happy. Although I do worry that like, yeah, it would be cool looking like having a dude character that you can customize, because all these people run around with dude characters that look actually cool at this point, because there's enough customization bullshit that's come out that you can make a compelling looking like main protagonist character dude, because there's no dudes in the game besides, Crow and well, granted, the dudes in the game do look rad as hell. But yeah. Jealous, basically. Hope they release that thing maybe at some point where we can have it all. which is why I want to try Shiro, Claudia physical team, but I do have either yeah, you don't have either, yeah. Max, you gotta be careful with that, man. Sometimes we need to make the bet that makes sense. Sometimes we need to be like, what do we have? And what do we want to res? Or you need to be ready to fucking go to war. You need to be ready to save and save and save some more. And when people are like, oh my god, Frigg is so fun. Oh my god, she teleports so much and she's so good in PvP. And people are like, oh my god, Claudia's gonna be the next big thing. Claudia's gonna be fucking doing so much support shit. She's always gonna be relevant. You need to sit there and say, hey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay? I'm in the trenches here, bud. I will not deviate. I will try to get my best college try at a character, aka Cobble B. I'd rather wait for Cobble B. If Claudia does indeed have physical resonance, so Cobble B will have 5. Ooh, I hope so. Hope that's right. If they fuck me over here, boys, I'll be peeved. Although, I'll be honest, Cobble B, I am so desperate for a character at this point, we'll just run it. I am so desperate. We need a character. I need them to be fun. I need them to be flashy. I need them to be remotely good. Not a lot, but a little bit. Lyra has physical resonance. Yes, nice. Well, it's kind of okay. Well, hopefully, well, we'll see. Maybe me and Fluff will go the same path, actually. Maybe we'll go Cobble B. I'll try, because, what is his name? Fluff, I should know it at this point, because Fluff says it a lot, but the war guy, hopefully he'll come out, and I'll probably want him as well, honestly. Ooh, Lyra, like Saki Fua, has an adept skill based on weapon. Yeah, I know you told me that she flip-flops, but that to me is just hella confusing. So like the fact that she isn't one of her flip-flops has resonance and the other one doesn't, or does she always have resonance and she also has that? Because that'd be a hell of a package. Also kind of a pain in the ass to build around, but still. Spawn in, you son of a bitch. Also, what are the bosses this week? No, we should know. It's the same probably as we did last time. Yeah, it's Chunky Mama. Sister something. Sister Mama. Chunky, whatever. It's big lady. Big lady with a hella big tattoos, etc. Also, did anybody see... I can't wait to talk to you guys about that. Not tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. Yeah, what do you call it? Everyone did their press conference. Sony did theirs. God of War, man. Oh my god. God of War looks so good. It looks so good. I can't even... It's just... I can't wait. I watched a little bit of a clip of like a person playing God of War a little bit, and I was like, man, this game is so good. It's so good. It's so good. Anyways, but big news with the Sony, or a third person Resident Evil. I guess I'm not sure if that, to me, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's worth what seems like a lot of effort to make like a Resident Evil Village reboot, not reboot, like just basically a third person version of that. That seems like a lot, you know? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it looked cool. It's cool to see that you're going to be playing the daughter, and the daughter looks like fucking awesome. And yeah. But then they have a lot of weird, like, Japanese arcadey kind of type things where it's like you're playing as Lady Demetras and, like, putting on lipstick and, like, stomping on balls, maybe. I don't know. It's a lot. But, yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. It looks like a whole type of thing. I'm gonna die, maybe. Ooh, pain. Lots of pain. Ooh, and you're just really addicted to hitting me, aren't you? Can we not? Can I at least get this off? Okay, no, I guess not. I'm gonna do one of these. Heal up a little bit, just a little bit. I was about to say, I'm not in your line of sight, you son of a bitch. Man, sometimes bosses just never put on shields, and other times it's just like, god damn you. Every time. Also, I don't know, man. I don't really feel like, maybe I feel better with shield break when it comes to our shield girl. Fluff's one of Fluff's favorites characters in the game. She's like a warrior person. Yeah, I feel like she had significantly better shield break. And it's weird because I guess it makes sense. She attacks much faster and she has like the same shield break, if not a little bit less than what's her name's. Oh! But still, it felt really unrewarding. Yeah, I'm not sure if the shields are just getting tankier and they're harder to melt, or if it's just worse. I don't know. Like, maybe Merle has more damage, but shit, I just feel like when it comes to, like, I mainly use that weapon to break shields, and it just feels like I'm sitting there, And then I like unleash like 1,000 sword threads, and it like gets halfway there, and I'm like, I deserve better than this. I deserve better than this. We can do it, boys, too. Stop running everywhere, you bastard. Maybe if I can lock it down with this. Nope, and far away. Also, I cannot wait to read chat. I am far behind, but hopefully we'll get there. I really hope we don't have 1 week the gunner girl, because that's gonna be brutal if that's the case. Oh shit! Somehow I managed against that. Sometimes that's extremely easy, and other times it's impossible. I feel like it's patience. Slow down, you'll be okay. Calmness in a storm kind of thing. Oh, come on! Also, please. Stay near me. I'll heal you a little bit. God damn it, can you stop? There's a little bit of lag in this game, man. Today's been a little bit laggy. We got 2 minutes. Let's get rid of this fucking health bar. Shit. Him and his bullshit. Also, I was gonna ask, what do you call it, Lone Syndicate? How? I'm assuming you've watched the anime that is basically, it's like an isekai where the guy gets reborn as like a doctor, essentially, like a blonde kid, noble doctor person. It looks pretty good. It looks like a very like come out of nowhere hit. Oh, fucking great! Damn it! The one time I was casting my spell, should have known that was a bad time. Be back in 2 seconds. Oh, Blueberry got clipped and killed. Kill or dodge, clean. Light him up. He's probably gonna do some charge bullshit. Okay, stop it. Great, I just wanted to switch, but fine. Also, I've not memorized that strat Boldy taught me to switch to my weapons without activating the thing. Also, Fluff looks so cute in his little tiny, his little tiny thing. His little mecha creature thing. It's funny that it's just like, no, you get smaller. I'm like, what? How do you fit in there, man? It seems like a painful process. Yeah, I just feel like, I'm not sure if it's Crow or if it's the shield lady. Oh, shit. Okay, good. It's on Blueberry. Blueberry's getting lit up. It's on Blueberry. Fucking shit. I think it killed Blueberry and it was like, new target. You. It was great. Loves is GRINN. Oh, there are multiple animes where we say, but okay, so yeah, it's I think I don't know what it's called though, man. Blonde kid, reincarnates as a doctor on Funimation dubs. It constantly keeps adding cool things. He like has no shadow essentially. He has no shadow. I don't know any other descriptions. His dad's kind of a douche. He's born into like a place because he's like he lost his sister in a medical situation. So then he kind of grew up with this regret of trying to basically heal people, and then he's in this like fantasy world where medicine sucks ass, and he's killing it basically. And yes, it looks very fun. I thought you might enjoy it. Also, we do have one to progress. I thought we already maxed out our fortune class. Must have been one today. And we got a whole ass 48 minutes, baby, to crush Valkyrie. Just obliterate her. Look, man, she looks so cool. She looks so cool. I will say, the only other aesthetic character that I'm excited to eventually come out is the rollerblade lady. She just seems by far the best in many ways. You know the ways I'm talking about, but yeah. But yeah. Also, who doesn't like short pink hair? Right? Cool, clean, poppy. Although this one, I don't know how they're gonna this character probably gonna come out, but I don't know how they're gonna do that. This is like, I guess that's not that complicated. It kind of seems like a lot. The hair, I feel like people would be upset if the hair wasn't there. Oh shit, I fucked up. Oof. Man, she really lights you up. clean. I don't know what we really got. I don't think it was a lot. Let's see. Oh, we got boots. This is the first time I get more legendaries from doing the joint operations than this, which is fucking stupid. But yeah. Anyway, I may also get being lucky with the joint operations, but also I use one of the like enhancer luck things. I think that's it for Bolty. I think Bolty's off to sleep. Thank you so much for stopping by, Bolty. Appreciate you playing with me. Play with us. Let me catch on what y'all was saying with Lyra. Max says, oh, Lyra got physical resonance too? I was talking about Claudia. Oh, yeah. I think we knew we were talking about Claudia, but I think Fluff was trying to debate in his head what to get. Lyra has an attack skill and a support skill. Saki has an attack or a tank skill. Gotcha. So it's a little bit different. Losing says, not gonna lie, I think Lynn's giant war fans seem cool. No, it definitely does. She also is like stacked. So like it's one of those characters where like, for your future health, probably bet on that character getting them, you know. But also, I don't know, man. There's a lot of cool characters, and it's I'm kind of blown away at how complex the like system, team building system can be, because it's not just like, ooh, character I like the look of. It's like, ooh, character who will they fit in my hopeful team? Not really. Oh, fuck me then. It's rough. Max says, I've learned that saving in a gacha game for me is basically impossible. Yeah, hype is a monster. Hype is a monster that devours all. Fluff says, Claudia didn't have resonance in CN, and she does in Global. So Cobalt will almost 100% confirm to get flame res. I hope so, man. Yeah, I also did not doubt in my mind that that'll happen. But always best to prepare a little bit for a rainy day, mentally at least. Both flip-flops have their elemental resonance too. Okay. It says, all I'm saying, Grin, is I hope the curse of fire. Stop it! Nope, I'm not reading it. One thing that says, Grin, there are multiple animes. Yep. Is this a new anime? Yes, it's a new anime. It's a new anime with a healer reincarnation, which I don't actually think there's a lot of. An isekai with a healer, basically. It's less of a healer, more of like a medicine doctor. Yeah. Finally got replacement for my gold gloves. Ooh, this is the first boots? No, I got boots before. Fucking great. Dude. Blah. Anyways. Unlucky. Oh, volt attack. Ooh, and crit. But they're fucking not. It's not better than gold. Belt, maybe. Frost attack, flame attack. It's not better, but my boots maybe are better. Probably not. Let's see. Frost attack. Attack. HP. Ooh, crit. Oh, fuck. Okay, crit. And attack. That could be worse. Put that shit on. My thing didn't go down that much. Fucking let's go, and that's not even leveled up. I know it's higher ASR or whatever. Shut up. We'll get to level up eventually. Shh. But that's huge. Crit on boots. That's a mean stat to get. Let's go. I think that's why my SR didn't actually move that much, is because that crit is just helping out a lot. You got nothing, Bolt. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, buddy. Also, lots of great announcements from Tokyo Game Show, TGS, Japan's E3, essentially. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those things. 3 games from Ryu Gaku. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna butcher it. Formerly Yakuza series, is now rebranded like a Dragon. Okay. Is rebranded to Like a Dragon or to Dragon? That what you mean? Like the name is Dragon? Yeah, Fluffy, what do you call it? Does anyone have party lead? You can also, if you guys want, you can take us into the Void Rift and it'll matchmake another person with us. We'll bang that up for you guys. One being a remake and the other 2 being prequels. A full sequel to Yakuza 7. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Fluff says chest was attack, HP resistance, physical resistance. That's not great. Gloves were a frost. Ooh, frost attack. Wait. I don't think that's good for you. No, no, it isn't. You do not know. Yeah, it's bad. Lone Singer says, nah, Grin. Read. Nope. I'm not doing it. You son of a bitch. Bad. Oh, also, it's me. I forgot I am actually leader. I could do the things I am saying other people could do. Might be. Let us go to, where is it? Void Rift. Run it. Go. Match. Accept. Run. Lone Syndicate, how dare you point this out to me? Should I bring up the Staff of Homa incident, huh? Huh? You want to hurt me? Okay? I'll have you know I only lost around $60. I can't even comprehend. Okay, the level of your pain. This is not a battle you want to start. Okay? We've all done some stupid, horrible things, alright? And sometimes the world was against us, and we don't need to dwell on it, alright? Pain. We can move on. Set ourselves free of torture. You know? That's what we deserve. Okay, what's going on, controller? Do not do loopies on me. Oh, yoink. Also, has anybody done grinded their house? I feel like y'all leaving that behind. Maybe I am overhyping it. Maybe it's not as valuable as I think it is. Although I think you can also reclaim a lot of ground. Like I know, like you can get a lot out of the day one. Like yeah, at least I think. Also, I wonder how much when it's gonna cap out, because like grinding mobs is little good, but I bet it'll get less good when you. Well, hopefully it scales. That'd be dope. If it scaled eventually, like where it just kept giving like more every week. Instead of, because eventually they're gonna start asking you for everything, right? The sooner that happens, it'd be nice. This thing is picked clean. All right. As soon as we're done doing this, actually, how many of these do you need to do, Fluff and Max? Oh, also, by the way, no, it should be fine. Saturday's stream should be fine. It should be fine. But my grandma, we're doing a whole ass party for her, basically. And yes, your boy's gonna be hanging around a bunch of old people, which should be fun, you know. I'm not very talkative generally to most, because I'm just a quiet person by nature, but it'd be cool to see what they're all about. This one. We're a man on the mission. I'm not sure if Fluff checked up top. Let's see. It's kind of okay. We got a lot of time. Spinnies. Oh, I broke my knees. I don't know if we checked the left-hand side. Nor do I know if we've maxed out our thing. Also, oh no, we didn't get all these. Fluff, if you have time, could you, and also Max, could you spam in the chat what your weapons that you would like to have an app to are? Because you told me before. I know Fluff is flame because of his tank girl type thing, but I don't know what the other one is. I would assume it's tank and maybe healing wand. I think I got just about all of them. Maybe one down here. I think I'm good to grab or assign my things. Alrighty. Click the thing, dude. There we go. Frost, I'll give to you. I'll give another one to you. Physical, I'll give to you, because I don't have much physical at all. Oh, I gave my Volt away. Oh, fuck me. I didn't mean to do that. Well, shit. Warrior. I'll give to Fluff, I suppose, because Fluff has 2 already, and I'll give one to you. I'll give one to you, and one to you. Poet I'll give to... I think Fluff has some healing weapon, maybe, hopefully. He'll give them away if it's not the case. Oh, no, I have 3 attack. Nice. Now I'm giving back. Nice. One to you. One to you. Flame. I know Fluff has a lot, but he already has some, so I'll give them to you, and we're good to go. Also, sorry I do that a lot. I always go like, I don't know, because I feel like I'm dying inside, and I'm like, gotta wake up. Let's go. Oh, that person looks so cool. He's wearing like a clean ass suit. Looks like a butler and shit. Jealous, man. That could be us. But we made mistakes. we misclicked basically. He looks so cool, dude. God damn it. We could be looking like that. Maybe he spent money. Maybe not. Never mind. Actually, it could be very expensive to look like that. I do not know yet. Yeah, see, I can tell when Fluff hits with that axe, they melt their shield. And mine, I'm just sitting here doing like little payoffs of damage. It's range damage. I'm also unstoppable, so it's nice, but I don't know if it's as nice as it could be, you know? The grass might always be greener on the other side, though, so probably should just be happy with what we have. Also, Lone Syndicate did not reply to me when I brought up the Staff of Homa situation. So, it's not about well for his emotions with that jab. But yes. Oof. Thank God it was locked on. Sometimes when you dodge away, your pistol basically is like auto-locked off of them because you're just far enough away. The game thinks maybe you're retreating or something. Also, man, so many people who play melee, not just spin in the air like me, are getting real good at that iframe dodge stuff. You kind of have to be, right? I don't like sometimes the opening isn't there, so gotta get by. Ooh, I just ate that. Stay there. Just soak up this. Excellent. Eesh. Oh, what do you call it? Did anybody else see that game that was what do you call it? I can't think of the name. But it's like a looter shooter. It looks very similar to like a mix of Outriders, and I got a lot of Anthem vibes. But don't get confused. There's 2 of them. It's weird. There's one that just came out today, which is like, or at least the one I seen today, which was like a dinosaur exosuit type thing, and I don't know. I say type thing because I just think it's like ludicrous. Like I know the sentence is stupid, so I make it even more stupid. But anyways, but the one that I'm talking about is I think it's coming out on Steam as early access. It's like a different type of like, here you're like a superhuman pilot, like, you know, piloting these Iron Man suits. Except it'll seem like a little more grounded than Anthem. Like, instead of being like, you can fly anywhere, they're like, no, you're grounded. You're grounded. That's a lot of coding. Let's keep it grounded, my friend. But yes. Also, if you and Fluff need to go again, let me know. We'll run it again. And then I will hunt for a scooter person, Segway, scooter. No, I keep saying scooter. It's unicycle. Electric unicycle person going really fast. Really fast. Oh my god. Yeah, a lot of looter shooters games coming out. Hopefully they're good. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not sure about you guys, but I feel like I had such a reverence and love for looter shooter games, and ever since, yeah, a lot of them happened, I kind of feel more and more like, I'm gonna need 2 more runs. Best I can do is 1 more. Because I'm already burned out, but we can do 2 more. And also, you and Fluff can also just grind them out with the last one, because matchmaking is honestly probably better than me, because you just do so much more damage, because you can get people who are actually incredibly proficient. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean. Do. Oh, weird. Also, maybe my chat was just frozen. That could also be the case. Fluff says, Frost attack is fine for me for now since I'm using the hammer. Sometimes Coco's staff. Gotcha. But now Marek and Coco BL need physical fight. Yeah. Hopefully we get that gets done fast. But that might be a couple months away. Although people are saying that we're already going to get this like new area. That's like, yeah, I don't know. It seems like a water area. I don't know what it actually is, but it's an area that people were not expecting to get this soon. But I think it's because they're trying to play catch up with us with global, which I think is the best. Honestly, I feel like we're in a weird state where like I'm excited for the game, but I do feel a little like I think time will be a withering force in terms of my excitement. Like me being like, oh my god, I'm so excited to get this character because look how cool they are. But eventually you're gonna like it's gonna be 2 months in or 3 months in, you're like, my man, CN is getting like even cooler characters, and you're like, I guess it's something to look forward to, but it's not the same as everyone being on the same update cycle, and like people getting excited for leaks, etc. Because it's like, oh no, these are all relevant, but it's like leaks for us are kind of useless because it's like we're so far away anyway. You're kind of like blowing your load way too quick, if that, you know. Usually there's not a thing up there, but we could check. It says, hey, the staff of home is one of the experience for my friend. It's 4-part experience, 6-part if you include trying to go for C1 Hu Tao. Yeah, these all mistakes were made. A lot of mistakes were made. And getting a C1 Yoi Mia. All right, you son of a bitch. You fucking bastard. I'm not sure I don't think I read the comment properly, but I'm happy I didn't, frankly. Because I know what you're doing. You're trying to hurt me, okay? Can't believe you. Can't believe you've done this. We've all made a lot of choices. I'll have you know that I was still well within maybe $200. Actually, no. With season pass, it could have been maybe on that a little bit at this point. Not season pass. I mean, Welcome Moon. There was $5 a month. Add up, especially when you play it for a long ass time. Los guys, you can start the battle, Grin. I'ma bring the war. I mean, I think it's impossible for me to really lose, man. I mean, I paid like I said, maybe at most $200. You were getting all in there. Getting one waifu per session. Now, granted, you did have a good bit of luck, but simultaneously, I feel like I can't really lose the war here. Worst case scenario, I'm like, yeah, I made a mistake. Now, granted, you might be like, what mistakes? These were all what the exact way I wanted them to end. Maybe, but yes. Expromal is the Capcom. Yeah. Is that's the dinosaur one, right? I don't know, man. I know some people like grew up playing with dinosaur toys and whatnot, and that may be where they have a reverence for it, like Jurassic Park. Maybe just a certain time period where they were really hot. But I don't know, man. I kind of miss that. I don't really get why dinosaurs are like an enemy that I want to fight. I get zombies. It's slow, stupid, but yet can be kind of menacing, and they're kind of the right amount of fear where it's not like you're... Like, if you were to play Outlast, and those were the people you were fighting against, you'd be like, it's kind of like a lot. Kind of like all kind of creepy. I feel like I'm maybe punishing the disabled. It's a whole... I don't know. It seems bad, you know? Like, whereas if they're monsters, and you're... like, I watched an interview... recently, which was really cool, about the Dying Light 2 devs, talking about, or not Dying Light 2, sorry, the Dead Island, the new Dead Island game coming out. Their interview of it, and they kind of talked about their gore system, and they were really getting dark about it. Like, not dark, but like they loved gore. It was kind of like, ugh. But they talked about how zombies used to kind of be like, you're just kind of fighting slow people, and it kind of feels like it lost the charm of zombies, whereas like when you blast off somebody's head with a shotgun, or blast off somebody's arm with a shotgun, and they're still like sauntering towards you, then you're like, oh no, they're truly monsters. It kind of resonates on a deeper, kind of weirder level, which to me made sense. To me, I was like, oh yeah, I guess that kind of can be in some way disabling in terms of like the fear factor of a character. I'll give you that. Fire, I believe it's Fluff. Frost. Fluff said Frost as well, right? So maybe we should not give Frost. Oh yeah, Fluff, give Fire away then. I'll give you Frost, because you said you wanted Frost. Poet, I'll give to... I don't know who's healing, really. I guess I could give you Poet. Fluff does have 2 Poet. Maybe that was a wrong choice. Give it a Goblin. Attack, I'll give to you, because you already have a lot of it. And we'll run it. Oh, my head. Max says, I haven't done my Void Rift in a while. Golly, guys, this is something that can get you matrices. Matrices is a big old chunk of power. But also, out of all the things to do, it's Fortress Clash is probably the most important, because armor is the variable that can save you. Although matrices can make a huge dent, too. Also, Fluff's character, I was going to say, looks really cool until it really got all fucked up, because you're merging, self-merging, all these things. Are we going? One person is hanging out, just kind of sitting by. Okay. Let me land. Let me do this. Bop. Do this. He's gonna put up a shield, so we'll pre-fire this. Actually, it's kind of better if he does. No, he put it up. Damn it. Better if that attack is not great for a shield bash, actually. At least I feel. Far better for just a damage amp. Ooh. Put in that work. There we go. I wonder if they're going to release a harder version of this at some point where, like, you don't get as many buffs. I do feel like the buffs really... Well, again, you can't just get unlucky some weeks. But I think it's like a waiting game, though. I think you can wait until, like, the next day there's a boss that's not too egregious. Maybe some people don't have that day. Maybe some people are like, no, I can only play today, so sometimes you need to go with the best option you can. And again, this is a game that kind of makes sense for difficulty scaling. I feel like it's probably hard to scale this game when it comes to difficulty because you have variability like whales and stuff like that, and you don't want to optimize for them necessarily. Even though it's kind of seems like in some ways they're doing that, like with the raids, I get are supposed to be an endgame activity, but simultaneously, why give them so many stack rewards? I know it's to add incentive, but I feel like those rewards are needed to even be eligible to participate in that. You know, like the gold nucleus, or the gold dust, whatever it's called. The currency that lets you buy like gold armor if you were needing it. I feel like that's something that people could need and use to get into the raid, you know? But yeah, but man, I do still feel like there's a pretty big disconnect with CS. I mean, maybe it's just me, and maybe it's like, I think people who can go really hard in the paint are probably like killing it, but just knowing that there's some RNG mechanics, I don't know, I feel like there's still that thing where some people are like, it's easy to get this CS, or like, you should at least be this at this point, and I was like, fuck off. I'm sorry. It's also pissing me off when like everyone who says that has an R5 weapon. Yeah, kind of like, I mean, and also it's like, it's not accounting for the variables like time. Like, you're a streamer, you've played literally every day for 8 hours and got paid a fuck ton of money to buy, like, skin or buy copies of weapons. If a free-to-play is saying that, then I'm like, okay, well, listen up, but it's never been that way, at least not for me. And if it is, it's usually because they're like, no, you gotta grind, you gotta put a lot of time in, you know? So yeah, I still feel like there's that weird disconnect with CS, but that could also just because I've also been not playing it super hardcore, but I think that's also good, because I don't think everyone is playing hardcore, you know? I think people are largely just kind of like, well, no, I'm kind of enjoying it, and I'm making sure I'm taking it at my pace. If anything, I think a lot of time there's a lot of Genshin people coming to this game, and I think a lot of Genshin people probably had an awakening of like, oh, this is actually a lot. Like, this is, in some cases, maybe even for me, too much. Like, I kind of was conditioned to Genshin to only like really have an hour or 2 hours to play, and if that, the last hour was like farming enemies, which is not really rewarding. But this game, it's like, no, I have almost a minimum of 2 hours, and that's like gunning it in every direction, and that's on days that there is not like tons of random shit that I need to do, you know? So yeah, but clean. Alrighty. Also, yeah, if you guys don't want to do any more Void Rift, we are going to be playing tomorrow. So if you guys wanted to save your Void Rift for tomorrow, I'm not sure if the boss will be as easy, but we could do Void Rift tomorrow as well. Well, kind of, well, maybe it's better to do Cult of the Lamb on Sunday. No, because that's the last day when, yeah, no, because yeah, there's Sunday is where like Fortress Clash gets one more upgrade or event. So yeah, I think we might do Cult of Lamb tomorrow, and then yeah. Also, I feel like it'd be like the boss this day is actually incredibly easy. So I don't know. I want to be like, we'll do it tomorrow, and then like it's the hardest boss ever. Like, ooh, that was a bad advice. Fluff says, and yeah, Hume, despite being 10 out of 10 in charge and shatter, is oddly really good at yeah, I know. I was about to say, well, I think she just attacks so fast. Like her shield bashing is just bop, bop, bop. Whereas I feel like, it's not that Merle is bad at hitting. I think she's just so slow at hitting that like a shatter is dependent on like, actually, no, it's about doing many hits rapidly, not necessarily doing, heavy damage hits, I guess, which makes some sense. But also she's good for melting bosses. Like her E skill is just like a good range dump. But also if I would have had it my way, I probably would have rather, well, I'm not sure. I might have dropped that instead of the healing item, because the healing item weirdly packs a punch. The healing wand, Coco's wand, is pretty good. Oh shit, Bolty, you're still here? Golly, I thought you went to sleep, buddy. I'm on my phone, okay, in bed. All right, let's go do some unicycle looking at shit. All right. Let me find one. Let's see if this is gonna work at all. Also, I didn't pause my playback. Also, I didn't make it so my stream wasn't chewing up all my things. Let's do this. How do I say this? Maybe I can grab. I don't know how to spell that, so we're gonna leech off this. Is this the classic? Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is a classic meme. I want to be careful here because I can't show you the ones that are going to be a problem. I could just do this. Okay. Ooh, that one shows a man falling. Okay, hopefully that one's okay. Let's pause that. Okay, so this is the one where I'm sure most of you have seen. Stop it! Oh, how the hell am I gonna show this? Does that work? No, it doesn't work. Oh god. How do I? I think we're okay to show that. We're okay. Let's do F11. Okay, so this is the one. This is look at this guy. All right, this is insane. I'm sure you've seen. This is probably the unicycle one you've seen. But check this out. First of all, that's what he's riding on. And check out the speedometer. I think he's going like 40 miles per hour, and he's just bouncing. Also, you can squeeze your legs and jump. Yeah, he's going 40 miles per hour. It's keeping up with vehicles. And also, this is stupid. You shouldn't be this guy. He's not wearing a helmet. He's not wearing any protective thing. But look at that. Just fucking coasting. It's insane. This is not even a good example. But that's like dangerous. Danger. You know that meme where it's like an Indian woman going, dangerous. You're going to kill yourself. It's bad. How do I F11? Get me out of this. There we go. Okay. So this is another one. I'm not sure if this one shows the speed of it, because I don't know, like, until you see a GoPro thing, it's hard to like actually understand the speed of what these people are moving on. Yeah, that's a better example of how fast these people are moving. Let me skip past. Come on, just show me the nice clean. There it is. No, it's kind of a lot of choppy, vloggy type thing. Is this it? Kinda, man. But yeah, it's like it's not like a normal unicycle like you'd see, and some of them have like a kind of a seat, but not quite. But I went down this rabbit hole yesterday. But yeah, you're in the fucking road. Keep it up with cars, man. But also, this is all the other cool kind of things that exist. I feel like this would be a very fun thing. If you had a lot of disposable income, and you were just like, hey, I want to hang out with the boys, like drive around town, not be douches, you know, go to a park and rip around there. That I feel like that'd be fun. But also, they're quite expensive. Is it a better clip? Yeah, this is not quite what I was hoping to find. These people are in roads, so it's hard to. I've seen a person rip down like a That's what I want to see. That's the fucking crazy shit. Dude's going 70 miles per hour. Are you an idiot? Oh my God. What is going on? Look at this. So this is one of them. Look at that. You're just gonna die, man. He's keeping up with a train. And you're just leaning forward like a bullet train. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and this one it's hard to really understand the scope of the speed. Let's do that. 70 miles per hour. He's waiting. And then he just leans forward and it just goes, man. It's also, like, again, as crazy as it is, when you see a person maneuver on these things, it's like when you see a scooter, when you see a bike, when you see anything. It's weirdly like I have more faith in this guy to not fall. I do think if you do fall, you're dead, unfortunately. I think if you fall at this speed on a bike or in anything, you're dead. Well, with an exception. If you're this guy's being smart, he's wearing a head helmet. He's got probably a brace on the spine. So yeah. But look at that. He's just jumping. Look at that. Bobbing and weaving and shit. Look how fast those things are flying behind him. You look crazy. I have no interest in doing this. I do think it'd be fucking fun to just coast around a park with them. Because again, all of these bumps are nothing. Like, this is something that, like, the whole electric scooters, electric longboards, and shit, all seem like they kind of have this, like, weirdness to them, where, like, if you hit a rock, you're just dead, where these things seem like they're like, no, it's a wheel. It's like just a wheel that's, like, being energized by electricity in a ball bearing or whatever, and it just ripping. But it's wild, dude. All I'm saying is if he hit a curb, well, that's the thing. Look at that. He's just bouncing up curbs. And then you've seen the other guy jump right on these. Well, that's because most of them aren't that. Ones that usually go this fast are extremely heavy. Which is like, you can't probably pick it up that easily. But look at that! What the fuck was that? Look at this! Look how fucking close, people are crazy! These are the people who fucking jump off of a mountain. Look how close that is to his shoulder. Whoa! It's just like, fuck it, I am speed, and I have, but also, he has complete control. Like, I feel like it's insane, it's dangerous. It's definitely the definition of the Indian lady going, dangerous. But I also, like, every time I see these people, it also seems like they have a freakish amount of body control, because it is literally looking like an extension of yourself. Don't look behind you. But yeah, it literally does look like an extension of yourself. Unlike well, even good skateboarders in some sense, you get that vibe too. But with these ones, it's weird. It's almost like they've just become one with the machine, and they're able to kind of like lean and like hover, and yeah, like, and also he's not breaking speed. He's just, I can't even, man. It seems like a lot of fun, but also like absolute madness. Also, GoPro technology is so cool. Just a completely opposite of the GoPro. It deletes the GoPro stick and whatnot. But look at that. When you want to lean, your whole body moves. It looks real fun. It looks really fun. Not this fast. Hell no. I'd be happy with 25 miles per hour, and even then, I'd be like, I'd stay half of that. I'd be a baby about it. But it doesn't look like unicycle shit. Like, that's the other thing I think is, like, people who I think have ever ridden a unicycle. I don't think it'd be the same thing, because you're like, your feet are a part of the momentum that's being generated by the movement, which is weird. But it also looks like with this one, it's more about your body's understanding of leaning and momentum and curving around corners. Because you see some of those people who like ride bikes all their life, who know how to specifically like turn on a dime because they've ridden bikes forever. They know how much you need to lean in order to lean. And also, like, there's off-road ones with big-ass tire treads. I went down the rabbit hole, man. Electric thing is really cool, especially seeing the evolution. But anyways, my whole point of why we went down this rabbit hole was I looked at electric longboards because I thought they were cool, and I wondered what the technology evolution of is, and I looked in that's how my brain works, so I wanted to see what happened with that. And I came back after seeing electric scooters, electric everything, and you would not have been able to tell me that the Kingpin that came out of nowhere and just solved all of the mechanical problems would have been a fucking unicycle. But it makes complete sense. It's like a one wheel, which is the most baseline we have for how to traverse, how to motorbike, exact motors, things like that. And also, it's just heavy enough to basically be optimal. And the actuator that controls speed and slowing down is just an extension of yourself. It's not a remote that you have to literally like crank the thing to the very bottom and then max out, you know? But this one also, I'm not sure if you can see moments of it, but there's moments where like if a person takes this into the store, it has like a little briefcase handle where you just plop it up and it just completely stays level as it's following you. Because I think it also has a self-balancing access in it. So it's kind of hard to like fuck up. That's why people are able to like lean so forward, and it basically helps map out the speed in which it would take for you to do that. That way you can slowly come to a stop. I've also seen people going 40 miles per hour and slowing down within a pretty reasonable amount. You know what I mean? It looked fun. It looked not this fast. This fast is crazy. This was like death. But yes, that is. I hope I didn't disappoint. This is the rabbit hole I went down to the other day. Beautiful. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, also weirdly enough, some of these actually like longboards get up to $2,000. Like you're basically paying, it's a good bit. But then there's other ones that like, I think these ones, some electric scooters or unicycles cost, I think like $500, which is still a lot, but it's no more than a console. And this is something that can get you around your entire city and then some, you know, like it's not like buying a dirt bike, which is like fucking $5,000 or something, you know, depending on the dirt bike you get, of course. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. Like I like the way that it's happened. Also, there was a shortage of batteries, so some shit's weird. But yeah, how do you even stop that? Well, that's the thing, Bolty. You just basically lean back, like what do you call it? I'm not sure if I can find some of them. Sure, we can do that, and we can see what this is all about. We can watch this in the background. But yeah. Yeah, also you can sit down on them, which is cool. So, I haven't seen a lot of people do that. Yeah, you can just lean forward and just coast. Also, it looks derpy, but then also kind of fucking rad. Like, there's moments where I'm like, you look like a fucking superhero. Like a super future person. You know what I mean? It also just looks, there's elements to it where I'm like, this looks dangerous. But then there's moments where I'm like, yeah, like that. Look at that shit. That shit you cannot do in a longboard. You know what Lone Siggin said, he bites a curb? Look at that shit. The wheel just fucking 100% bop, comes right back up. Bop, and just clean as fuck. Now that's probably a skill development level, but if you want to slow down, you just basically lean back. That's the whole thing. That slows down as you go. Yeah, I also think everyone should be wearing a helmet like that, a full frontal helmet, as well as a spine, like the same thing that people wear who ride motorbikes. Basically, it's like a protective spine thing. Your arms can break and shatter, your spine and your head, and you need to keep safe. Also, I have no idea what the channel is. I'm sure this video is gonna get copyright claimed, but. Moments like that are just absolutely clean and wild. Yeah. See, all that terrain, man, is just like nothing. Like this is why I say like it's not even close. Like the like electric boards, the electric scooters, all this shit. Like you're hitting bumps and it's just fine. It's absolutely fine. Like nothing. It's crazy. And you can also have a little seat. You can have a little seat. You can sit down. That guy's fucking on the freeway, dude. That's insane. It's so cool and I'm so terrified at the same time. Oh shit. Did that live up to the hype, Lone Syndicate? Fluff says it's a little box with a wheel. Really impressive, but definitely dangerous. But that's the thing, Fluff. The more you see, like the more I see footage of it, the more I'm like, it's definitely it's only dangerous because of the speeds you go. But at the same time, I don't think anything could go to this speed without being extraordinarily like it'd be a death wish if it didn't have like an incredible amount of control in it. Because that's the one thing I always, when I see this, it's like you're a death wish. But when I see people who actually like bending around corners and curving and like hitting a bump and then completely like balancing out, like to me, it's like, oh no, this seems like it has a stupid skill curve on it. To some extent, which is wild, which to me is why I go back and forth between like, yeah, it's dangerous and crazy, but also I don't know, like it's almost like when something has more access to like, and also you don't need to ride them as fast, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I kind of go back and forth between like, it's dangerous, but I think there's a certain point where like the skill development on what it can be there can add safety, you know? I think ego would be the one thing that would kill you as well as speed. But like I know cyclists who are like cranking down a hill. I don't know if they're more safe than these people, especially when like cyclists have like a metal piece of metal that's gonna fly into their chest and like bash against their head. Whereas these people have their helmet on, and if they fall, they can more easily go into a roll position rather than like the fucking handlebars going through your face. Instead, you would just fall and skid and then roll. At least that's my thought process. I feel like introducing a steel metal bike would be a little, maybe in some ways worse, or maybe better. It's hard to really describe or like break down anything. All I'm saying is, if he hit a curve, I would. Lone Ticket says I would want to try that, but my balance not that good, so not. But I think that's the thing of Lone. I think you'd be surprised. I think yes, it would. It's definitely out of all the things. Like you guys see people doing scooters, people doing bikes in here, electric bikes. I do think, what do you call it? Like, this is the one with a learning curve. But also that's the thing I love. Like, I would want a learning curve with it. I think that's fun to like say like you actually develop skill with it and etc. You know, but to see people riding with scooters and shit, like you could have a friend group that could do this. It'd be a pretty big buy-in, but it'd be a good reason to get out of your house and get fresh air. You know what I mean? Outside of like walking, which is the benefit of walking, is hiking and stuff like that. But yeah. Love says it's a big thick wheel that likely has good shock absorption. Yeah. But also your knees are shock because you've seen in the very first thing we showed, the guy jumped up a curb with it without even grabbing it. Like you can just squeeze your like feet and jump because if you look closely, there's like grooves for your ankles to like sit in like there. You can see. But yeah. It does look super futuristic. Like there's animes where people do like rollerblade attacks, and this one looks the closest to like that. Voldy says this looks like not controllable at all. But then you see shit like this, right? Where like people are just like fucking glass, like just sleek as hell. And I've seen people bend around corners. Like it looks deceptively. I feel like it's deceptively controlled. I like it likely has a built-in gyro as well for super portability. Yeah. I wish they had a moment where they showed you how like you can just plop up a little drivable briefcase type thing. Or a suitcase handle, which just keeps it like a little side companion, little robot you're dragging around. I'd seen them earlier this year, or last, was impressed, right? Bodhi says, how do you even stop that thing? Still stand. Yeah, still stand. Fluff says, much cooler than the hoverboard. Yeah, the hoverboard, like, I thought the boosted board was always fun. I feel like that would be a cool thing to learn about, you know what I mean? Which is more or less a Segway without handles. Yeah. Also like a death trap. Like that one didn't have any actuator to keep you balanced or anything like that. Whereas this one I feel like in weird ways would be better, in some ways worse. I don't know. I keep leaning on like, I feel like it would be better. But also there are some people who do Segway thing, or not Segway, unicycle things who have always been weird. Like I've always felt people who can do unicycle, like bouncing on a tire and doing shit like that. Like you got fucking wild balance. But this one I think it's a little cheat sheet because it has a self-correcting measure in it. I fucking love when he just eats that bump like nothing. And I'm like, god damn, shit's wild. And a lot of them have a handle. Like I think that one does too, where you can handle it and then you can jump with it, etc. Kind of like a normal unicycle with a seat handle. It's also funny seeing people like squat down on this fucking turbo machine just cooking. Lone Ziggler says, yes, it did. Now I want to see people do tricks on one of those, like some Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I'm not sure that there's that. I've never seen people use like electric boards or anything because it's too heavy. It's too heavy and it's too expensive to like fucking let me do this trick and like just smash it against its backside on the ground, and you're like, that was $500. Oh god, please. That's on the real cheap end, by the way. Bolty says they would try to loop. They should try a loop. I wonder their knees will survive. What's a loop? What do you mean? Oh, a spin? See, like that. Like, see, that's how quick you can turn on a dime, which is interesting. Max says, all right, I'm head up. Thanks for stopping by, Max. Thanks for the detour as well, or being accustomed to the detour. Fluff says that some of the coolest bits of personal transit we've come up with that isn't stuck in the science fact. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Because to me, like hoverboards, people are still out there like, I'm not sure if you've seen them, Fluff. If you go down the rabbit hole of YouTube where people are like, I made a hoverboard, and it gets like an inch off the ground, and if you tilt forward, it just completely eats itself because it hits the ground and just breaks. Whereas like this is so much more reasonable. It's all belt driven. It's all, what the heck's that little face? It's all belt driven. It's all electric. Also, I don't think it chews through power either. Stuff like that. You know, it's interesting. Yeah. Like jetpacks and actual hoverboards. Yeah. Welp, I just passed by a 3-star Claudio. Oof. Was it good? Was it real? Because I actually bosses the whole team, right? Or weakens enemy, so you do more damage. Max says, if anyone wants to do tower fantasy things, just message me in game and ping me on Discord. Hell yeah. Bully says, good night. Now, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for talking to me about this. I appreciate. I went down the rabbit hole last night because I was bored, sick, and ugh. So I was like, fuck it. And that was a fun time. Yeah, that was actually more fun than I thought it'd be. We might actually aggregate. We may do a stream like this at some point, because that was actually more fun than I thought it'd be. Just like reacting to YouTube things in the corner with y'all. Like if I ever go down the rabbit hole. Also, I do want to still react to memes in the share GRINN tab and stuff like that. I just want to do it better and more like topical. So we could do that for a stream. I think that'd be fun. Also, it could thread back to the share GRINN channel whenever I eventually give that more attention. So that'd be fun, going down the rabbit hole, and there's all kinds of crazy things online that we could see and judge and laugh at, and also maybe understand and be open to. Fluff says, might be starting my job next. Oh, did you get the call, Fluff? Did you finally get the call? I was just about to say that was interesting and a cool to yeah. It's funny though, because like it's definitely a super niche community still. Like I looked at the videos which I was watching, which were incredibly done, but they didn't have that many crazy views. But the guy was clever enough to kind of reach out to the brands that do it and then put referral links in his comments, and that's seemingly how he got by with monetary stuff, which is clever. Fluff says, yeah, sorta. Was called 2 hours after I went to bed. Oh, that's not good. I feel like they should just text you and then say like, if you want a phone, like you call me at this point, because that's when I'll be in the office or something like that. It's weird that they're like, no, I'll call you, especially 2 hours before you go to bed. Like it's not like your time zones are that weird. Oh, maybe that person's on the night shift though. That might be it too. And she got info sorted without me having to go to the store to fill out the paperwork. But she's mostly away over the weekend. Gotcha. So I hope you start soon, man. You can start bringing in that money. Also, you can get back to us on. I'm sure there's going to be issues. I'm sure there's going to be some fatigue, because it's always weird. The first week of a job, I feel like you should never judge anything by the first week or 2 weeks that you do it, because a lot of it is like nothing feels good at the beginning. Nothing. Yeah, like you're never like, yeah, you should give yourself time to adjust and to kind of accept what is going to be demanded of you and adjust to that, I guess. Yeah, you never don't want to assume like, oh, this will be how it always is, which is terrible, because no, it's your first 2 weeks. It'll probably be a little rough around the edges until you start getting your feet on the ground. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for talking to me. Appreciate you guys hanging out. That was a fun little time, especially at the end. Hopefully this video isn't copyright claimed. If it does, fuck it. Who cares? Thank you kindly for your time, and goodbye.